Greetings and welcome to Bazemore-Hyder Stadium at Cleveland Field, home of the Valdosta State University Blazers, where today Valdosta State matches up with the University of Central Arkansas, the Bears, all the way from Conway, Arkansas. On top of the Gulf South Conference, the Bears are 2-0 along with North Alabama and Arkansas Tech. Valdosta State 1-1, 3-1 overall. Last week, the Blazers were looking to get off to a hot start in Searcy, Arkansas. And Coach Hatcher was hoping the same thing, and it started off well. Antoine Harris picks off this Adam Librand pass, goes back 33 yards and sets up Michael Green from 46 yards out, puts the Blazers up 3-0, but it wouldn't last very long as Harding quarterback Adam Librand on the keeper bounces off 4 or 5 tackles, rumbles down into the end zone, lays out, touchdown 7-3, Harding on top. Not much scoring in the second, but Kyle West's shovel pass from Adam Librand sets up Ben Davis from 37 yards out in just a second. Drills it 10-3, Harding on top at the half. Valdosta State's had very hot starts in the second half, but not this time. Barrett Wilkes picked off Robert Towns. First play for him, scrimmage in the second. Not a lot of scoring in the second, but a field goal late in the third from Ben Davis, 35 yards out, puts him up 13-3. Barrett Wilkes, though, and the Blazers driving 20 yards to Travis Taylor, and now continuing the comeback. Wilkes going against the grain to find Zach Parker from 8 yards, runs into the end zone untouched. A weak Harding punt gave VSU field position with 11:46. Michael Green knocks down the 45-yarder. The final 11:46 would go without a score, and into overtime we go. Wilkes finds Derek Tharp, rumbles down to the 5, but hit hard by Jeremy Farrell, fumbled, recovery by Harding, and that sets up Ben Davis, who sinks it through the uprights, 16-13. Harding upsets the #1 team in the nation, Valdosta State, in Searcy, Arkansas. The Blazers, though, looking to get their offense jump-started, and here they are, the starting offense for the Blazers. X-receiver, #1, Jeffrey Felton. Your H receivers, #28, sophomore Travis Taylor. Starting at left guard is Will Shelton, a 6'3 senior. C.A. Sanders gets the start at left guard wearing #61. Paul Streaker, the center, #58. And your right guard, Dakari Leaks, #66 from Cairo, Georgia. Gerald Davis gets the start at right tackle wearing #56, a sophomore. And your wide receivers, #85, Zach Parker. Quarterback, #11, Barrett Wilkes tries to jump back after 4 interceptions last week, and getting the start at fullback, William Milton. Freshman halfback Chad Bryant gets the nod along with Z receiver, and until that fumble, having one of the best days as a Blazer last week, Derek Tharp.
On to defense for your Valdosta State Blazers. At defensive end, #42, Dedrick Morrison. At defensive tackle, #57, James Hutley. Willie Johnson gets the start tonight at nose guard, #2. All-American #91, Tim Thompson, is starting at the other defensive end slot. At your side linebackers, #35, Jason McNeil. Patrol in the middle tonight is #48, William Montford. The wide linebackers, #37, Gio Blaylock. The corner positions tonight, #19, Sean Harris, and #24, Michael Flood. Roving tonight will be #31, Everett Kitchens, and Scott Faust will be the free safety. He is wearing #22.
Kicking the field goals, #43, Michael Green. He's a senior, and also a senior punting the ball, Travis Taylor. Brice Zimmerman and Neal Folger will have the opening kickoff right after this on VSU-TV.
My name is PFC Eunice Guerra. What I like about the National Guard is I can be, gung-ho and go out there and do, really awesome things, stuff that, civilians, wouldn't understand. And then I get to go home and, put on a pair of jeans, and I wanted to be a civilian and then turn around and be a soldier.
Defend freedom. In the Army National Guard, you can. Visit 1-800-GO-GUARD.com today.
I was in an accident and had to go in an ambulance. It hurt a lot, and I was real scared. Daddy looked scared, too.
Where are they taking it?
Every 2 seconds, someone needs blood. Accident victims, cancer patients, children. Please call the American Red Cross at Give life, because someone needs you right now.
The girl.
Was it you who saved my life?
For me, it's giving the best of myself.
For me, it's the professional team environment and the mutual respect that I share with my colleagues.
For me, it's providing my patients with the best and safest care possible.
For me, it's having the latest in healthcare technologies and the privilege of providing the best healthcare to America's veterans.
We are the nurses of VA.
VAcareers.com, a career in caring.
Back at Bazemore-Hyder Stadium, Cleveland Field, Valdosta State just about set to receive the opening kickoff from Central Arkansas. This is a matchup over the past 10 years. The Valdosta State Blazers have pretty much dominated, 8-2. This is the 11th meeting and possibly the last meeting between Central Arkansas and Valdosta State because the University of Central Arkansas is moving up to D1AA.
They are. I believe they're going to move to the Southland Conference, but that is in the future. This is the present. UCA VSU for bragging rights of the Gulf South Conference.
The opening kickoff will be fielded in the end zone by Jeffrey Felton. He'll take a knee, and the Blazer offense will take over from their own 20-yard line.
Brice, the VSU offense had a bit of trouble last week at Harding with their inability to run the ball. Barrett Wilkes throwing for about 290 yards with 4 interceptions, so it's going to be very important for the Blazers to come out and establish this running game, but it's not going to be easy at all.
Coach Hatcher, 62-8 in his career. That 8th loss coming last week to Harding, as we mentioned. Wilkes behind in the shotgun for Valdosta State. 3 receivers to the far side. Callaway, Travis Taylor, and Derek Tharp, one to the near, and Tyler Arendt. Quick shovel pass to William Milton. It's stuffed by the Central Arkansas defense, and first play off the bat, it's a loss of yards for Valdosta State.
Loss of the line of scrimmage, as we see here on the replay. The UCA defensive line just pushed on the VSU offensive line, pushing them back 2-3 yards, making them get the play in the backfield.
Junior Jeremy Pittman, the first to make the tackle, but a great push.
Lewis Cooper is now in at quarterback, Brice.
So a 1 play and out, Barrett Wilkes, Lewis Cooper, who's known more for his running skills. 3 receivers to the near side, Arendt, Tharp, and Taylor. Here's a throw, and it is nearly intercepted. Isaac Hendricks thought he had the interception, but the pass is incomplete to Clay Callaway, and all of a sudden it's 3rd down and 13 on the first possession of the day for Valdosta State.
Like I said before, this defense of UCA is incredibly strong, incredibly gifted, so it's going to be a tough challenge today, especially now with 3rd and 13 to go, ball on the 17-yard line. Just over 14 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Wilkes back in the shotgun, spread formation. Cooper 1 play and out. Set to throw, pushed out of the pocket, pass is complete to Milton out of the backfield. A good push gets him to the 23-yard line, but that's not going to be enough for the first down, and Valdosta State will have to punt deep in their own territory. Not a very good first possession if you're the Flames red and black.
One thing you saw here on these first three possessions, Brice, no running plays. It doesn't look good if the Blazers are not able to rely on William Milton to get the running game going, as we have 4th down and 7.
There's the kick nearly blocked. Antoine Harris didn't see it. It takes a Valdosta State roll inside the 40 and even further down, almost to the 35-yard line, and that's where Central Arkansas will take over, led by their senior quarterback, Chris Real. Real on the season, 889 yards passing, but he's completed over 72% of his passes and averages about 220 yards a game.
Brice, Chris Real is the real deal. I mean, can't be any better than averaging 223 yards of passing per game with that 73% passing completion, like you mentioned before. But it's the running game is going to be big for the Blazers to stop.
Kentrell Rogers, the deep back, wears number 28 for Central Arkansas. He's rushed for over 400 yards in 4 games. And the first handoff is to him out of the I formation. Actually, it's not Kentrell Rogers.
Ross Brown, 5'8" sophomore from Gosnell, Arkansas. But you saw there, as you see here on the replay, great job by the offensive lineman. Look at that cutback there by Ross Brown. Seeing that lane, cutting right back to the far side. That's good for a 7-yard run.
2nd and 3, Antoine Harris and Scott Fawcett on that tackle. 3 receivers to the near side, including big 6'6" Aaron Farouz. Real barking the play call. Pump fake and throw, and he's got Michael Norville in. That'll be more than enough for the first down, close to the Blazer 41.
They've been on the play action, on the pump fake there by Chris Real because it was intended for his main man, Aaron Farouz. As you see here on the replay, great play action fake there by Chris Real, throwing that ball to number 2, Michael Norvell, for a good 15 to 20-yard gain, all set up by that pump fake to Aaron Farouz.
Central Arkansas inside Blazer territory. Real getting the play call from his coach and changing it here at the line of scrimmage. Ross Brown still the deep back. False start, movement on the line. Austin Cade, number 89, the guilty party. For Central Arkansas, they'll move back 5 yards.
Prior to the snap, I'll start. Offense, number 68, 5-yard penalty.
It'll be 1st and 15. Central Arkansas on their own, on the Blazer 46, 13:07. Still no score in this one. First possession of the day for the Bears. To the far side, Ben Fairs, Michael Norvell. Pitch to the outside. Brown's got some lead blocking. Up front, met by Scott Foss, but he keeps going. Brown got away. Blazers miss a tackle. Lead block. Brown stumbles and falls at the 9-yard line, but some missed tackling by Valdosta State's defense. The Black Swarm allowing Central Arkansas to get deep into the red zone on a big run.
The Black Swarm not living up to their name here, as we see on the replay. Great lead blocking there by UCA's fullback, number 33, Joseph Walken. You see here, look at them pushing. Look at number 22, Ross Brown. Keep on pushing the Black Swarm out of the way. Going down, keep on walking back, keep on running. We see here finally loses his balance there. We see another great play by Chris Real, the quarterback, coming here and making a block downfield.
Flag on the play. We get the ruling from the official. Personal foul, a clipping call, and that will negate the run.
15 yards by the foul, still first down.
Well, it'll be 15 yards from the spot of the foul, which was 15 yards from the 37-yard line, so it was deeper downfield. It'll be first down and 10.
We see here Coach Anders, the defensive coordinator for the Blazers, barking out instructions for his Black Swarm. We see here UCA getting ready to set up in the shotgun. Watch out for Aaron Farouz at the top of the screen, guarded by number 23 of the Blazers, Kevin Adkins.
Kentrell Rogers into the game to the left of Real. Handoff is to Rogers. Gets 3, maybe 4, and it'll be second down.
Good penetration there, Brice, by number 91 for the Blazers. I believe that was Tim Thompson, excuse me. So you see here, made him go from his outside track back in the inside where the Blazers already had defensive players set up to make the tackles. We see here again, Coach Ashley Anders, the defensive coordinator for the Blazers, barking out instructions to the Black Swarm.
Ball at the 35, under 12 minutes in the first quarter. Second down and 4. Snap a little bit to the right of Real. Pass is caught by Farouz, and he's got room to run. Farouz with the lead blocker. Stumbles over, but that'll be enough for the first down all the way to the Blazer 20.
Brice, this offense at UCA looks extremely confident in the first going. If you see here on the replay, kind of a low snap, but Chris Real handles it perfectly. It's a wide receiver screen to Aaron Farouz. Great blocking up front by the offensive line, as we see there. Number 28, Kentrell Rogers, making blockers for his teammate, blocking for his teammate.
11 and a half in the first, still no score, but UCA threatening now at the Blazer 21. Rogers in the backfield, Austin Cade in motion. Early motion, it's a quarterback keeper. Real's gonna hold on to it. It looks like this play will be negated, finally taken down by Everett Kitchens, the Valdosta State Rover, but some early movement on the line. Once again, Austin Cade, number 89, the tight end, guilty.
Penalties kill you in football games, Brice. It's what happened. It's been what's happened to the Blazers ever since I've been here at the school. They've been caught for penalties galore, and hopefully now it'll go for the Blazers and not against the Blazers.
The man in the white hat.
Illegal shift.
Illegal movement on the line
2 men moving at the same time.
from Central Arkansas, and once again another big penalty negates a run.
See here Chris Reel walking to the sideline and get instructions on his next play. Look out for Chris Reel. Man can play quarterback and play it well.
First down and 15 for Central Arkansas.
11 minutes, 10 seconds. 3 receivers to the near side, including Feruz in the slot. Handoff to Brown. Minimal yardage, maybe 1 as he gets to the 25.
Nice tackle there by the Blazers. William Montford went for the legs of Ross Brown instead of for the upper body. That's how you're guaranteed to tackle. Lock around the legs and not go for the upper body, because mostly football players are strong enough that they can push off tackles with their upper body.
Sun's starting to set at Bazemore-Hyder, and the lights have been turned on. 2 receivers to the far side, including Shea Jones, Aaron Feruz, Norville in the near side slot, along with Ben Fairs. Blazers showing blitz, and here comes McNeal. It's a quarterback keeper, and McNeal sticks him hard. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Great play calling there by Coach Anders there, Brice. First time we've seen the blitz all day, as we see here on the replay. J.S. McNeal just comes right through again, locks around those legs, prevents Chris Neal from going anywhere, and that is about an 8-yard loss in the play. It brings up 3rd down and 14 from the 25-yard line.
3rd and 14. 9 minutes, 45 seconds. Blazers need a big 3rd down stop. Snap again to the right of Reel. He's set to throw. And a flag on the play. It'll be a pass interference on Jason McNeal. Feruz and McNeal talking a little bit, but it appeared as if maybe Feruz slipped on that play, but McNeal came off as the guilty culprit.
Brice, anytime you see a defensive player blatantly push an offensive player, there's no doubt, even if Feruz does slip down. But we'll see here, the referees are talking to each other, so maybe we might get a reversal on the call, but my mind says no.
Officials still conferring. Will be pass interference on Jason McNeal. That's an automatic first. So when they could have stopped the UCA drive, they were unable to do so, was the Valdosta State defense, and both teams committing some penalties early on in this very long drive for the Bears.
They've eaten up about 3 to 4 minutes off the clock. It's going to be important for the Blazers Black Swarm to step it up inside the red zone like they did last week against the Harding Bison.
Watch single coverage, Aaron Feruz and Sean Harris. 7-inch difference there. Handoff is to Rogers. Nothing doing as Donnie Daniels meets him in the backfield. It'll be a loss on the play.
Great way of fighting off his block by Donnie Daniels. As we see here on the replay, it's going to be coming up pretty soon, as we see here right here. Donnie Daniels does a great job of fighting off his block, then combine that with Dedrick Morrison coming in, helping out there on the tackle. But this defense for the Blazers can play. It's just going to be a matter of getting big plays like they had last week.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Ball spotted on the 16. I formation. Fairs in motion. Handoff to Rogers. He goes to the outside, hit by Antoine Harris, down to the 11.
Great job of pushing up by the UCA left side of their offensive line, led by Justin Jones and Jeremy Ford. Good way of leading the way there for their big running back, Kenchel Rogers. Gains about 3 to 4 yards in the play. 3rd down and 8. Ball on the VSU 11-yard line.
8 minutes, 21 seconds. Feruz to the far side. Bernard George locked up on him. throwing and batted down by James Hutley, the senior defensive lineman. A big defensive play will force Central Arkansas to try for the field goal, and James Hutley just got straight in the face of Chris Reel.
That's what the Blazers need. They need pressure on Chris Reel, because if not, he is a man that can destroy opposing defenses. Way to go. Nice move there by the Blazers, James Hutley, to just get in there, disrupt Neal, and force this field goal attempt of about 27 yards by UCA.
James Paul, the kicker, holding Nathan Brown, the backup quarterback. The kick is up, and it is no good as he pushes it right. James Paul, so after that huge drive by Central Arkansas all the way down to the Blazer 11, they have nothing to show for it.
Just like Harding last week, Brice, the Blazer defense gave yards up in chunks to the Harding offense, but then when it came down to the red zone, the Blazer defense would not let any points up on the scoreboard.
Bend, don't break. It's happened so many times over the past 4 or 5 years under various defensive coordinators, but Valdosta State, they've only allowed more than 10 points once, and that was 16 to Harding. Lewis Cooper back in the shotgun. Michael Terry, a freshman running back, also in the game. Cooper goes deep. Derek Tharp, he is hit before. Tharp wants a flag. Isaac Hendricks was there on the coverage, thrown into double coverage by Lewis Cooper. And
see here on the replay, Brice, Cooper was getting pressured, had to step up in the pocket, deliver a throw. It was thrown a little bit behind his intended receiver there, Derek Tharp. That might be why the ball was batted down in the first place. Now we see Barrett Wilkes back in at quarterback for VSU.
Well, it appears as if both Cooper and Wilkes are going to get split time almost every other play so far. Callaway, Taylor, and Tharp to the far side. Tyler Arendt to the near. Fake handoff. Throw to Travis Taylor, and he's got room, and Taylor can burn a significant gain up to the 36-yard line. First down, Valdosta State.
Great job of blocking there by the wide receiving corps to get Travis Taylor room. As we see here on the replay, a play action fake there to William Milton, but you see there, great job of blocking there by Clay Callaway to free up room for Travis Taylor. And we both know, Brice, Travis Taylor is probably the fastest receiver that VSU has.
Just a sophomore, Taylor, so he's got plenty of years left here in the Valdosta State offense. Cooper back in, so they are switching off every play. Michael Terry to the left of Cooper, and to the right, William Milton. There's a run. Terry holds on to it. Gain of 2, maybe 3 on the first down carry.
Michael Terry is one of those running backs having to be put into duty tonight because of the injuries to Valdosta State's running backs. Of course, Vincent Brown with a high ankle sprain is out for at least 3 more weeks, maybe more. Lewis Cooper, who we've seen in a couple of times, has a turf toe. He's not 100%. And then Thomas Arnold, Brice, also has an injury, and he will not play tonight either. So it's going to be important for the Blazers to come out and run and pass.
Terry, 5'9", 206 from Americus, Georgia. Thick-bodied young freshman. Spread formation in the shotgun, Barrett Wilkes. Screen play. This time it's William Milton. Good block by Gerald Davis. Milton across the 50, hit hard, but it'll be enough for the Blazer first. And the chains starting to move for that air raid offense.
Great job of blocking there by the offensive line. As we see here, it was a screenplay because the pressure obviously came in Barrett Wilkes. As you see here, look at the offensive lineman setting the way for William Milton. You have 56, Gerald Davis. You have a good upfield block by left guard C.A. Sanders. This is exactly what the Blazer offense needs. Screen plays, short passes worked last week at Harding.
Quentin Maxfield, a big hit on William Milton that last play. Cooper back in. He'll hold on to this one. Quarterback keeper tries to go up the gut. Gets 2 yards on the carry. It'll be second and around 8 with 6:04 and ticking in the first quarter.
You see here on the replay, play action fake to William Milton. Cooper was trying to get some room on the left side, but the hole quickly closed as UCA's defense swarmed. And UCA's got a very good defense, Brice. The third total defense in the Gulf South Conference, allowing only 280 yards per game and 12 points per game.
They've also forced 8 fumbles, or recovered 8 fumbles and forced 14. So you got to be careful with the ball if you're Valdosta State. Wilkes back in. They're rotating every down. This time Barrett threw it a little bit high as good pressure from Lawrence Atkinson sat Wilkes on his back. Threw it high and missed.
That bad pass was mainly due to that pressure you just talked about. As 47, Lawrence Atkinson beat his blocker to Barrett Wilkes.
This is a very aggressive Central Arkansas defensive line, and you saw Coach Hatcher try to take advantage of that with the screen pass. We'll see what they do here on 3rd down and 7. 5 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Cooper back in, William Milton to his left. Sherrard Reynolds, the freshman out of Moultrie, to the far side. Here comes the blitz. Cooper just going to try to hold on to it. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. A loss of 3 on the play. Valdosta State may have to punt this, but with 5 minutes, 11 seconds, and a 4th down, you never know what Coach Hatcher is going to do. He's so often gone to a fake play at this time in this juncture of games in the past.
Punting team is coming out, Brice. Travis Tidwell is going to step back around his own 35-yard line to take the punt, or to take the punt as we think.
You never know when Hatcher might fake it, but this time it looks for real. Tidwell gets it off, and Corey Cangelosi, the safety, dekes it, but it's a great punt by Tidwell. It's going to sit at the
8-yard line.
6-yard line. They mark him at the 6, so Corey Cangelosi lets it go and turns out to take a Blazer hop, recovered by Maurice Leggett. Listen to WVVS 90.9 FM every Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. for the X's and O's show. Zim, Amac, and Monty bring Valdosta its only sports rock talk radio program. Call 333-5661 to get your sports opinion in.
You missing somebody there, Brice?
Every once in a while, a guy named Big Red likes to show up. He definitely calls in all the time. I formation. Rogers following blocks taken down by the Black Swarm.
Brice, this tempo for both teams early in the first quarter has definitely set the stage for an extremely intense game here. Both teams wanting to get off to well, in UCA's case, I want to get off to a perfect start in conference. The Blazers looking to rebound after last week's loss, so tempo definitely looks exciting in the first quarter.
This is a huge game for Valdosta State. If they lose here, you've got to go on the road to Delta State and then host North Alabama, both those games being regionally televised. So a lot of pressure on VSU to oust Central Arkansas in their home stadium. Handoff again to Rogers, taken down by Michael Cullen. Backup middle linebacker for Valdosta State, a transfer from East Tennessee.
Brice, that was good blocking there by Jeremy Ford and David Farr, as we see here on the replay, opening up the hole there for their big running back, Mr. Rogers, to get about 3 to 4 yards. And those 3 to 4 yard gains are positive yards. They might not be extremely special when you look at them, but they get it done.
But you're going to see close to 20 carries from Kentrell Rogers in this game. 2 receivers in. Play action rolling out to his right is Real. He's going to hold on to it, and Cullen hits him. They're going to be extremely close to the first down.
Might have to bring out the chains here to measure this one, Brice.
Ball is marked at the 16-yard line.
See here on the replay, Chris Neal trying to make something happen, but the Blazers get in there quickly, stop it before much more damage can be done, as the officials have called a timeout to measure the spot of the ball.
Coach Clint Conk in his 6th season. The spot looks like it's going to be just short of a first down, deep in their own territory. We'll see how Central Arkansas plays it here. Going for this could be deadly. You'd give the Blazers great field position.
Then again, UCA likes to pound and run the ball between their tackles. So I would not be the least surprised to see Central Arkansas go for it.
Just under 3 minutes, and already a big game time decision for Central Arkansas. Chris Reel coming off to talk to head coach Clint Conk.
Coming back on the field, Brice, looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down and inches on their own 16-yard line.
This is likely a ploy. We'll see if they try a hard snap count to get the Blazers to jump off sides. No, they're going to go for it, and Reel, it appears he has more than enough for the first down. We'll see where the spot is.
Spot looks good enough. First down, UCA.
So some aggressive play calling from Coach Kant of the Bears, and their offense will continue this drive that started on their own 6-yard line.
Sometimes it pays off to go for it on 4th down, sometimes it doesn't. UCA just got the luck of the draw that time.
They got the luck of a good push from the offensive line that so far has bullied this Valdosta State defensive line. Reel holds on to it. Farouz, a stop route. The throw is incomplete as Aaron Farouz was out of bounds as he caught that one.
Great coverage there on VSU by number 19, Sean Harris, our starting quarterback. As we see here on the replay, great play action fake there by Chris Neal. Rolling out to his left, trying to throw it on the run to Aaron Farouz, who caught the ball, but he was indeed out of bounds.
Harris knocked him out of bounds after he caught the ball. 4 receivers set, 3 to the far side, including Farouz. Blazers look to be in zone coverage, maybe a zone blitz. Cullen and Blaylock this time. It's just thrown out in the flat to Norville. Tripped up around the 23-yard line.
Brice throwing those wide receiver screens, open up the long-range passing plays. We see around the replay, almost tipped by Jason McNeil at the line of scrimmage. If he had been there a few seconds earlier, it could have gone the other way for 6 yards, but instead was a 7-yard gain. Now brings up 3rd down and 3 from the UCA 24 with just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Reel, quick pass out of the backfield. Good coverage by Valdosta State. They hit Rogers in the backfield. He's not going to be able to get the first down. Michael Cullen, the first one there, made the initial contact, but more Blazers swarmed to Rogers.
You see here, great cut action there by Kentrell Rogers to get away from Jason McNeil. But by then it was too late. The Blazer Black Swarm had already swarmed to the ball, as their name implies.
Thomas Garland on the punt the ball away for the Bears. Back deep, Jeffrey Felton for Valdosta State. Reese Leggett nearly came up the gut. Not a very good punt. It bounces out and will be marked at the 48. So great field position here for Valdosta State. 55.2 seconds left. We'll be back. No score in this one on VSU-TV.
A beautiful university
under the palms and pines of South Georgia.
Just above the Florida border.
Halfway between Atlanta and Orlando.
We are Valdosta State
University.
Outstanding academics, a showplace for the arts,
and the home of champions.
Vision,
success,
and you.
Prepare for your world
by coming to ours.
Building for our next century, Valdosta State University.
Back on VSU-TV, just under a minute in the first quarter of play. Barrett Wilkes back in the shotgun formation for the flamed red and black. Play action, Dedrick Smith. Initial contact made behind the line of scrimmage, but he might have fought for a yard. Very conservative so far, other than the deep ball to Derek Tharp on one of the first possessions. Coach Hatcher's been pretty conservative early on here, trying to maybe play the field position battle.
Or maybe just trying to see what his offense can do against this very talented UCA defense. Keep in mind, last week against Harding, the short passes seemed to work extremely well. Maybe they're going to keep with those ingredients of success early in this game as well.
Central Arkansas, this may be their first test coming to Valdosta. They've only played Henderson State and Ouachita Baptist so far in conference. Big blitz thrown deep. Derek Tharp, 6'6". He makes the catch despite the flag. That was going to be a pass interference call on Corey Cangelosi, but Derek Tharp tipped it to himself. That's a completion.
There's a reason why Derek Tharp is Division 1A quality. His ability to recognize the ball, leap for it, and make a superb one-handed catch with pressure in his face. We'll see if the flag is indeed going to be called on UCA or if it might be offensive on VSU.
They'll spot the ball as of right now. It's defensive holding instead of pass interference. Ball will be spotted at the 27-yard line.
Nice pass there by Barrett Wilkes, just lofting it up there.
Actually, he kind of underthrew that pass, but it crossed up the defense. Corey Cangelosi had already run past Derek Tharp, and he was able to turn his body around and make the catch. In the end of the first quarter, it's still tied at 0. We've got a close one in VSU's very own Bazemore-Hyder Stadium. Stay with us on VSU-TV.
One breakthrough machine gave us insight into the bones, as another did for the heart, and another for the brain. Now doctors are using a new machine to practice medicine and save lives. The difference is, it's one you can use too. When you log on to medlineplus.gov from the National Library of Medicine and the National Institutes of Health, you're tapping into the largest, most comprehensive medical website in the world. Medlineplus.gov, the website doctors prescribe.
For some folks, saving for the future is easy, but for you, it might take a little more effort. Saving for your future is your responsibility, and there's a lot to save for.
I never thought of that.
Like your child's education, perhaps uncovered medical expenses, or just to be sure you can live the way you want when you retire. The time is now to save for tomorrow. Save now or work forever. The choice is yours. Choose to save.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
Back on VSU-TV, start of the second quarter. Blazers now on the Central Arkansas 27-yard line. Snap fumbled. Wilkes picks it up, though, and finds William Milton out of the backfield. Milton surrounded by Bears, but rumbles inside the 15. It'll be a first down for Valdosta State, and a good play there for the first start of the second quarter.
Fumbled snap by Barrett Wilkes, but he threw on the run, recognizing that William Milton had beaten his man to the near side of the field. Brutal hits there by the UCA defensive backs, but Milton was able to hold on to the ball. First down Blazers at the UCA 14-yard line.
Milton in the backfield along with Barrett Wilkes staying in the game this time. Smith and Felton to the far side. Parker and Derek Tharp, some serious size to the near side. 14:30, just underway of the second quarter. Wilkes is going to hold on to it, tripped up in the backfield. Ryan Taylor, linebacker, got a hold of Barrett Wilkes' feet. Dropped him for maybe a loss on the play.
Good awareness by Barrett Wilkes to know when the pocket is collapsing to try and give himself some more room to make the throw.
Loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14 with 14 minutes left here in the first half. Tharp, Parker to the near side. Wilkes under center with William Milton 7 deep. Throw is underthrown, and it is considered an incomplete pass. It's a good thing because Wilkes underthrew William Milton, and that could have been technically could have been a fumble if he had thrown it backwards.
It's a backward pass. It's considered a lateral, a live ball.
3rd down and 14. Valdosta State with great field position. We've already seen Central Arkansas unable to convert with good field position. Wilkes stays in the game, along into the game freshman Michael Terry. Two back set up, Tharp and Parker going to the near side. Jeffrey Felton in the far side slot.
Tharp in motion.
Over the middle, Zach Parker connected. Won't be enough for the first down. Down to the Blazer 10, or excuse me, the Central Arkansas 10.
You see here if you look here at Barrett Wilkes, has a lot of time to throw, finds a man. Finally, Zach Parker gets down to the UCA 10-yard line. Hopefully an easy field goal attempt for Michael Green to give the Blazers a 3-0 lead here early in the second quarter.
Green missed a 24-yard attempt last week in Searcy, Arkansas, but he did make two of 45 or longer. He's got the middle of the field this time. The kick is up. It is through the upright, though it was kind of a lame duck. And Valdosta State jumps on top of this one, 3-0. 12:54. Pretty good drive put together by Valdosta State. You'd like to see the Blazers get a touchdown out of it, but 3 points, are you happy with that if you're Coach Hatcher?
You're drawing first blood in a game that is very important for both teams here in the early going of the Gulf South Conference play.
We mentioned earlier that the Blazers were going to have to run the ball, and if you look back at the first quarter stats, they were unable to do it. Only 3 attempts, 2 yards from Valdosta State on the ground. They did have 55 yards through the air and tacked on a little bit more to that here in the second quarter, but if you're Valdosta State, you've got to get that ground attack going.
It's hard. It's going to be hard for the Blazers to do that, as we've talked about before, with the absences of Vincent Brown, Thomas Arnold, and Coofer. But the Blazers have to find reliable people, reliable running backs who can step it up and carry the load.
Interested in going to other countries? Be a part of VSU's Study Abroad program. The European Council is hosting summer study abroad programs in London, Paris, Russia, Germany, Spain, Greece, Italy for the summer of 2006. For more information, call 333-7410. That's the Study Abroad program here at Valdosta State University. "12 minutes, 54 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Michael Green set to kick the ball off for Valdosta State. Fielded by Central Arkansas's Leroy Hamilton, taken down by the Blazers. They'll probably spot this one close to the 19-yard line.
Leroy Hamilton with the return for the Bears.
Let's see what type of offense the UCA Bears come out with this time. They've been very successful throwing the little wide receiver screens out to Aaron Ferruz, sometimes to Michael Norvell, who are both on the far side of the screen here.
In the backfield to the right of Chris Reel, Ross Brown. Handoff is to Brown. Boy, he keeps his little feet moving, doesn't he?
He certainly does. That's why he's one of the leading rushers in the Gulf South Conference, his ability to keep on trucking after that initial hit.
Only 5'8", 180 from the sophomore Brown. 12 minutes, 25 seconds in the second. Brown stays in the backfield. Ferruz one-on-one coverage here with Michael Flood. Scott Foss may be helping him out a little bit there. 2nd and 7. Reel throws, nearly picked off. Instead, it's caught by Michael Norvell, straight through the hands of Maurice Leggett, linebacker for Valdosta State. Could have been an interception. Instead, it's a completion and a first down.
That would have been huge for the Blazers to get the interception, but instead, Chris Reel was given time on his hands, delivered a pass that just escaped the hands of Maurice Leggett.
You could see Norvell just wait on that ball like he thought it might have been tipped. Under 12 minutes now. 1st and 10 from the Central Arkansas 37. Play action. Real rolling out. That one is nearly intercepted and then nearly caught by Austin Cade. So many things went right for both teams on that play, but neither one could turn it into positive.
Great awareness there by Scott Foss. Read Chris Real's eyes all the way. But, I mean, contribute a lot of that success in that play to the pressure put on by Donnie Daniels, the linebacker. But Scott Foss, good job of reading the quarterback's eyes there to bring up 2nd down 10.
You saw the speed that Donnie Daniels has right there to close in on a pretty quick guy in Chris Real. And he drove him to the ground, made him hurt a little bit. It's one thing this Black Swarm defense does like to do, is get a little bit nasty. Real throwing, complete to Norvell. Scott Foss knocks him out of bounds, the 42.
Real's pass is complete to number 2.
It'll be 3rd down.
About 4 or 5 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play.
You see here Coach Anders turning on his defense, saying one more time, guys, let's stop them to get our offense back on the field.
Farou's back in the game, along with Cameron Kennard, a junior wide receiver to the far side. Big 3rd down stop here. 3rd and 6. Drop the snap. Real picks it up. He rolls out to his right, throws, and it is off the fingertips of Kennard. Blazers caught a break on that one. Real great recovery to pick up that ball and just roll out of the pocket.
Gave himself more time to deliver a pass that was perfect, except for the fact that Cameron Kennard did drop the pass, as we have an injured Bear on the field at about the 34-yard line.
It's number 69, John Rodriguez, a senior offensive lineman out of Houston, Texas, 6'5", 305 pounds, and he'll limp off the field. 11 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first half of play. On to kick this one, Thomas Garland, who's a pretty big guy for a punter.
He has a pretty good leg too, Brice. He averages nearly 43 yards a punt, and that's 2nd in the conference. Show you how good he is. Travis Tidwell is 5 yards less on his average.
Garland's kick is a short one. Fumbled and recovered by Central Arkansas. Jeffrey Felton ran up to try to field that one. Instead, Isaac Hendricks comes up with it. Got to be kicking yourself right there if you're Jeffrey Felton. Let that one bounce.
Pick it up on the bounce or let it roll in and then show yourself a field position. Jeffrey Felton tried to do too much, and it ended up costing the Blazers there.
Huge break for Central Arkansas on a giant mistake by the Valdosta State Special Teams unit. And all of a sudden, Nathan Brown comes into the game. So maybe Chris Real, the quarterback, took a couple shots. Backup quarterback Nathan Brown, who's got some PT so far this year. Pitch out to Rogers, got a lead blocker. Hit hard and nearly fumbled. Bernard George, big time hit on that play. The junior from Blakely.
Good lead block in there by number 33, Joseph Walker. We see here just tremendous hit there by the Blazers, hoping to get a fumble and get the ball right back.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10, 10 minutes, 46 and counting in the first half. Blazer defense has had some good stops so far. Nathan Brown looks confused, calling to the sideline. 3 receivers to the far side. Brown, and he dropped it. Ball was loose. Kelvin Roberts and Dustin DeHaven got there quickly, and Nathan Brown feeling the pressure from the Black Swarm.
Hasn't been in there long. Isn't accustomed to what the Black Swarm can do to him. Might be a little bit jumpy, but at the same time, you've got to hang on to that ball. You've got to be able to catch it and get your offense going for a play. Because of that, it brings up now a 3rd down and 18 for the Bears with exactly 10 minutes to go in the second quarter.
VSU on top, 20-yard field goal from Michael Green. Gave him a 3-0 lead. Brown rolling out, throws, and it is picked off by Michael Flood. Underthrown Nathan Brown. There's a flag on the play. Dedrick Morrison looks like he's going to get a personal foul on this one as he drilled Brad Gordon. But Michael Flood comes away with an interception, an underthrown pass, and VSU will take it deep in their own territory.
Good play there by the defense, confusing the quarterback there, confusing Nathan Brown enough to throw it into where he was trying to get to Aaron Feruz.
Yeah, he was trying to go to his 6'6" monster, but unfortunately the Blazer defense was there.
Looking for us, that's what we need, a turnover to get right back, get possession right back, to put the air raid back on the field.
Dedrick Morrison looks like he was the guilty culprit on that last penalty, the personal foul. It was Dedrick Morrison, and Morrison was a guy that last week was the cause for so much controversy because he was kicked out of the game, and that was one of the reasons why Coach Hatcher, who took those 2 15-yard bench penalties, that was one of the reasons why he was so furious, because he thought that Morrison should not have been kicked out of the game for the hit that he laid. So VSU takes over on their own
5-yard line.
It's closer to the 4.5-yard line. Not a very good field position for Valdosta State, but they do have the ball. Barrett Wilkes in the game, along with Sherrard Reynolds, Dedrick Smith to the near side, Jeffrey Felton all alone to the far side, Zach Parker lined up on the line as a true tight end. Handoff in the backfield, William Milton taken down. Great pressure by Jeremy Pittman.
He got around from his defensive end position and got William Milton before he could manage to get any positive yards on the play, bring up 2nd and 12 from the 3-yard line.
So the Blazers, instead of establishing a big drive with a run, they start running the ball deep in their own territory. That time for a loss on a draw play. 3 receivers to the far side. Zach Parker split to the near. Jasper Johnson creeping in from his safety position. Wilkes set to throw, and it is knocked down. Barrett Wilkes under extreme pressure. Valdosta State, 3rd and long, deep in their own territory, inside their own 3-yard line. Not looking very good.
Wouldn't be surprised at all to see a running play just to get yards for the punter, but you never know. Coach Hatcher might come up with a genius play to get some positive yards and get them out of harm's way deep in their own territory.
Into the game, 6'3", 285 freshman from Cairo, Big DeCaris Leaks. You got a big line out there for Valdosta State. In fact, you have 6 down linemen. I formation. VSU, man in motion, Sherrard Reynolds. They're gonna try to get some yards. Oh, it's play action. Barrett Wilkes looking for Sherrard Reynolds. He's got it. He's hit hard by Jasper Johnson, but you mentioned it. They came out with 6 down linemen, and Sherrard Reynolds, the freshman from Moultrie, Georgia, connected with Barrett Wilkes. Huge play deep in their own territory.
The defense for UCA was expecting runs deep in their territory, and Chris Hatcher came up and called a brilliant play. Sherrard Reynolds was there. Perfect throw by Barrett Wilkes. Took a tremendous hit, but he hung onto the ball. It'll be 1st and down Blazers at the 45-yard line.
8 minutes, 46 and ticking away. Michael Terry, William Milton in the backfield. 3 receivers in the game. Wilkes letting the play clock go down, now at 5. Here's the snap. Throws to Jeffrey Felton. Trying to juke his man, he gets past 1. Down to the 45-yard line. Flag on the play. We'll see if it's a holding call against Sherrard Reynolds.
Looks like it was. He was in position to make a block, but just couldn't hold that block, and sometimes you have to go to drastic measures. Jeffrey Felton with the catch. Sherrard Reynolds is indeed guilty as he pulls his man down right in front of the referee. You're not going to get away with that.
Ball was fumbled out of bounds afterwards as well. So 10-yard penalty, it'll be 1st and 20. on the Blazer 39-yard line. 8:26 left here in the first half. Blazers looking to add to a 3-0 lead. The defense has been solid, created a turnover, Michael Flood interception. And the offense has been hit or miss. They've had some great plays and a couple plays that look a little bit lackadaisical. Wilkes, spread formation. Time to throw. He's just going to take off. Barrett Wilkes. Close to the 47-yard line, a gate of 7.
Gets back to around the original line of scrimmage. Good awareness there by Barrett Wilkes, recognizing a coverage sack. He got time in the pressure, saw that there was nobody open and saw that hole, so he just took off. Managed to get by a couple UC defenders before sliding into a stop at the 47-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 9.
7 minutes, 27 seconds. Play clock under 7. Quick throw out, Jeffrey Felton hit hard, stays on his feet. Might have gotten into Central Arkansas territory, he does. They're gonna mark it at the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Barrett Wilkes recognizing the awareness there. Just tremendous hit on the play there against Jeffrey Felton, but he manages to stay with the ball, and he manages not to let that tremendous tackle by Isaac Hendricks affect him that much, as now the Blazers have a 3rd down and 4, just under 7 minutes to go in the first half.
2 receivers to the far side, including freshman Dedrick Smith. To the near side, another freshman, Sherrard Reynolds. The throw is to Zach Parker. That'll be enough for the first down, taken down near the Central Arkansas 40.
Brice, it seems like the offense has found the rhythm here, getting short passes. Barrett Wilkes recognizing, just zipping it out there to Zach Parker. Made the catch. You see it takes 2 UCA defensive backs to bring down the big sophomore tight end from right here in Valdosta, Georgia. 1st down and 10 at the 40-yard line.
6:21 and counting away. VSU up by 3. Reynolds to the near side. Smith and Felton to the far side. Drop snap, Barrett Wilkes will hold on to it, flag on the play. Wilkes jumps to the outside, another flag on the play, 2 flags thrown. It would be enough for the first down. We'll see what the calls are more. And Zach Parker is going to go ahead and talk to the referee about this one.
More likely, Brice, we're going to get a holding and an illegal block in the back call against the Blazers. It'll be up to the UCA Bears as to which penalty they would like to take here.
Referees conferring on both penalties. But the consensus is the Blazers' air raid offense will be moving backwards. It'll be a 10-yard penalty against Valdosta State. Jeffrey Felton, along with Gerald Davis.
You can see Coach Hatcher not very pleased with those 2 penalties. Although he said a couple weeks ago, when you look at the end of the game, the team with the most penalties is usually the team that plays the most aggressive and the team that wins the most. So hopefully that'll happen to VSU.
1st and 20 from the 50-yard line. Derek Tharp back in the game for VSU. Wilkes throws over the middle. Derek Tharp jumps up, unable to make the play. Isaac Hendricks on the coverage for the Bears.
Brice, if Barrett had thrown the ball just a little bit more downfield, Dedrick had his man beat. He had Isaac Hendricks beat on that play.
Blazers getting some open looks downfield. A lot of receivers seem to be open in the middle portion of the field. We'll see if the Blazers can exploit that as we continue along. 2nd down and 20 now from their own 50, or from the 50. No one owns the 50-yard line. Has a mind of its own. Can't tell it what to do. Tharp in the far side slot, Tyler Arendt all the way on the far side sideline. Delayed draw, Michael Terry looking for lead blockers. Gets across the 45, gain of 6.
Michael Terry shows signs of being a great runner. As we see, gets the handoff, has 3 VSU blockers in front of him, but he keeps those legs churning. Doesn't allow his legs to stop until he is brought down after a 6 to 7 yard gain. Brings up 3rd down and 14 with under 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Big 3rd down so far. Nothing has really got this crowd fired up. There are some people who have traveled from Conway, Arkansas to be here. Wilkes steps up, throws over the middle. Derek Tharp racked from behind. There's the penalty flag. That's going to be an automatic 1st down. Isaac Hendricks can't believe it, but he's gotten away with contact all day long.
His right hand held on to Dedrick Tharp's back there. And when you do that and the refs have a bird's eye view of your back, you're going to get called for pass interference. But great awareness by Barrett Wilkes to recognize the single coverage on Derek Tharp, and he had him beat too. This is not delivering good enough passes.
Tharp had the inside track like you mentioned. And Barrett Wilkes so far, he hasn't been extremely sharp, but he's gotten the job done. He's made big plays when he had to. He kind of got bailed out there by Isaac Hendricks and the referees. We'll see what Wilkes can do now with a fresh set of downs. Ball marked on the 29. Arndt and Dedrick Smith to the far side. Zach Parker, Sherrard Reynolds to the near side. In the backfield, William Milton. We've mentioned already Vincent Brown out with an ankle injury. Not sure how long he'll miss. Good pressure, and it's a screen pass, and it's knocked away. Unbelievable play by the Central Arkansas defensive lineman, Jacob Ford. 6'5", 238, he used all of it on that one.
Trying to set the screen here. You see that tip play. Actually, it was number 11, Jacob Ford, I think you just mentioned.
Athletic play there by a 6'5", 238-pound man. Under 5 minutes, 2nd and 10. Wilkes seems to have won the starting job. It was apparently a battle here in the first quarter. Thrown way out of bounds. He was looking for Tyler Arendt as he rolled out to his left, but Barrett decided the better of trying to throw in to tight coverage, and it'll be 3rd and 10 on the 29-yard line.
Let's see if the Blazers try to exploit that middle part of the field that has been the weakness on this UCA defense.
4 minutes, 53 seconds. VSU up 3-0, trying to win here at home and avoid back-to-back conference losses. Here's the push. Throw wide open over the middle is Zach Parker. Parker has a history of not liking to go down, and you can see almost the entire Bears defense crowding around him, but he'll roll down to the 8-yard line in a big Blazer first.
And where do they throw the ball that time, Brice? In the middle of the field. The Blazers seems to have found a weak spot. Barrett Wilkes looking to the left side. Great awareness there to look off to the receivers and to find Zach Parker wide open in the middle. Enough for a Blazer 1st down to get him 1st and goal at the UCA 9-yard line.
Leroy Hamilton was beat to the inside, and we've seen Isaac Hendricks and also Ahmad Brown beat to the inside all day long. Their scouting report must have Valdosta State to the outside. Lewis Cooper into the game, and the handoff is to Milton, and he's taken down in the backfield, a loss of 3.
Ryan Taylor, the linebacker, 5'11", 232 junior out of Macomb, Mississippi with that tackle. Came out unblocked from the far side of the field, managed to get a tackle. 3-yard loss in the play, 2nd down and 12. 2nd down and goal from the 12.
Under 4 minutes remaining here. Long drive for the Blazers.
Barrett Wilkes is back in at quarterback, Brice.
Play clock down to 1. They get it off. Thrown over the middle, and Sherrard Reynolds catches it. Barrett Wilkes fired up about it. And I'll tell you what, Kelvin Horn was coming in and bearing on Wilkes. He threw it just over the defense's head, and the Moultrie native, Sherrard Reynolds, 2 big catches on this drive.
UCA blitzed on this play with linebackers in the secondary, not allow Barrett Wilkes the time and the area that he needed to see the play and to see the pass to Sherrard Reynolds.
A drive that started on the Valdosta State 6 was pushed back even further as the extra point is kicked through by Michael Green. There was a time where VSU was on their own 3-yard line. That's 97 yards downfield, capped off by a 13-yard touchdown reception by Sherrard Reynolds. Blazers take a 10-0 lead. We'll be back on VSU-TV with the final 3 minutes, 30 seconds of the first half.
These hands have done so much in life. They can do so much for life by practicing fire safety. Make your home safe from fire. Learn how to use your fire extinguisher. Plan and practice escape routes. And install and maintain smoke alarms on every level in your home. So you'll be able to give others a hand. Prevent fire, save lives. Go to our website for more information on fire safety. A message from the U.S. Fire Administration.
Back on VSU-TV, the Valdosta State Blazers have driven the length of the field to take a 10-0 lead over Central Arkansas here in Valdosta, Georgia. Michael Green's kick is way in the back of the end zone. Cameron Kennard will take a knee. No time goes off the clock. Central Arkansas to take it at their own 20-yard line. If you're the Bears right now, how important is it that you put together a drive? We haven't seen Chris Reel on the field for it seems like an hour.
He's back in. He's inside the huddle there for UCA. He's going to come back on the field. But Brice, it's going to be very important for UCA to come out and get points. Even though they are going to get the ball back to start the second half, this is an offense that is averaging 431 yards per game, averaging 43 points per game. And to get shut out so far in the first half, it's got to be getting it into their minds a little bit. So let's see what the Black Swarm can do to hopefully keep that mindset just where it is.
Well, the defending national champions are not Henderson State, and they are not Ouachita Baptist. It's Valdosta State in Valdosta, Georgia. Handoff, Willie Hobson runs to the outside. He's got room enough for the first as he gets 10 yards on the first carry from scrimmage.
Willie Hobson with the carry for the Bears.
Third string running back Willie Hobson gets the nod.
Surprised that Kendrell Rogers didn't get it, but you see here, great blocking there by Brad Gordon, the offensive lineman there for UCA, opened up that hole on the near side of the field, allowing Willie Hobson the room he needed to get that 10-yard run.
1st and 10 from the 30. In motion, Michael Norvell. Reel throws out, caught by Ferruz up the middle of the field. Aaron Ferruz, gain of 8. And Central Arkansas moving the ball once again with Chris Reel back at the helm.
Michael Norvell put a good block there on Aaron Ferruz's man. Chris Reel delivers a pass to Aaron Ferruz, as we see there. The offensive lineman also getting down the field. Good job of blocking there, but number 8 for the Blazers, Donnie Daniels, should have had that tackle, should have wrapped him up right there.
2nd and 2. Play action. He's got Ferruz over the middle. Kevin Atkins trying to get there. Ferruz makes a diving catch. He'll be down at the 20-yard line, but Aaron Ferruz shows why he's one of the best receivers in the Gulf South Conference. Extremely athletic play.
He is Randy Moss-esque, Brice, at 6'6", 216. The junior from Mansfield, Texas, makes the play. See here, Chris Reel finally getting some room to make a throw. As you see here, Aaron Ferruz does in fact beat his man to the inside. That man is number 23, Kevin Atkins.
Kevin Atkins moved from Rover earlier this season to cornerback. I formation. Handoff is to Rogers. Maybe a half yard. It'll be 2nd down and just about 10 yards inside the Blazer red zone.
Brice, knowing the success that UC has had from Chris Real to Aaron Farouz, do not be surprised to see maybe a little pump action fake toward the corner of the end zone here with just under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Play action has been the thorn in the Valdosta State secondary side for the last couple of years. And they've been able to set it up with a fairly effective running game. In motion, Ben Fairs, rolling to his left. Set to throw, Farouz. He overshot Aaron Farouz as he took a lick. Did Chris Real from William Montford, the Blazer middle linebacker. Clock stops at 1:21. It'll be 3rd down and 10 on the 20.
That was a good move that Chris Real put on, moving out to the near side of the screen, trying to draw the defense over to the near side, allowing Aaron Farouz to sneak behind and get open in the middle part of the field.
Both teams still have 3 timeouts. So plenty of time, plenty of football time left. The Blazer faithful starting to get a little bit crunk as Valdosta State's Black Swarm defense. Low snap picked up by Real. He's hit. He won't go down. Chris Real sneaks forward. Real spin move, met hard by the Blazers at the 15. He gained 5. That'll be good field goal position, but they could have had him for a loss.
On a play that looked like a 10-yard loss, Chris Real shows why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the Gulf South Conference. You see here right there, Dedrick Morrison should have put it there, should have tackled him. But instead, Chris Real manages to fight his way off until he is just drilled there by 4 members of the Black Swarm.
Blazers choose not to take a timeout and try to freeze kicker. This is not the same kicker who kicked before James Paul, but this is Garrett Morgan. And his kick is blocked, but it's caught by Nathan Brown, and he'll go down at the 22. The Blazers block the field goal attempt, and Valdosta State will take over at the 22 with 25.1 seconds.
That's still enough time for the Blazers to make their move as the kick is just blocked, as we've already known.
It looked like Kelvin Roberts got great inside penetration, threw his hands up and was able to make the play. A Reedley junior college transfer. He's a Georgia native. He's actually a Valdosta native, but played junior college football in California. Blazers will take a knee and take a 10-0 lead into halftime as time now at 16 seconds starts to expire. Valdosta State 10 and Central Arkansas 0 after a huge blocked field goal. We'll be back on VSU-TV with the second half. You don't want to go anywhere for this Gulf South Conference matchup.
Education is the key that opens a door to endless opportunities, adventures, and experiences. Without education, life is a continuing cycle of closed doors. This message brought to you by the United States Air Force, because we know the value of a good education.
Guys, what do you got? Got a 28-year-old black male, got 3 gunshot wounds to the chest. 1 upper chest, 1 lower chest, 1 center. Bleeding a lot.
There are 2 paths a child can take.
Sir, try not to move. Still.
We have a 28-year-old male.
For over 25 years, we've been helping children choose the right one. Communities and schools, helping kids stay in school and prepare for life.
He gave the best years of his life in defense of our country. He lost his leg during Desert Storm. He struggles every day to cope with this disability. Don't you think he's done enough? Why don't you do your part? Don't take a hero's space.
Athletes, coaches, and spectators, we request
Welcome back to Bazemore-Hyder Stadium, just about set for the opening kickoff of the second half. VSU on top 10-0. Michael Green's kick fielded by Isaac Hendricks. Hendricks goes around the wedge. Now Hendricks to the outside, dragged down. Bernard George on the tackle. Flag on the play. A late flag came flying in from the back judge.
Brice, the call is illegal, blocking the back against, I believe, the Blazers.
Man down on the field for Central Arkansas, and looks like he's in a pretty great deal of pain. Trainers will come out. Listen to WVVS 90.9 FM every Sunday at 9 p.m. until midnight for your weekly dose of nostalgia, lest we forget. Your host Skip Gildersleeve brings the past to life as WVVS celebrates over 30 years of music on the edge. Call 333-5661 for your request. And don't forget, this year's 8th annual Oingo Boingo Festival is just around the corner.
Oingo Boingo.
Very popular festival, the Oingo Boingo.
Maybe with just Skip Gildersleeve. I don't know with anybody else. But we'll see.
Still down on the field. Can't see a number of who's actually injured, but it looks like it could be a fairly serious one.
Looks like it has something to do with the legs.
We'll take a quick break and update you when we come back. 14:52 left here in the second half, 10-0 Blazers.
Plastic ones last longer.
Pork bellies close steady due to speculation that demand for bacon-related products.
Read me this one, Daddy.
Okay, honey. The less art kids get, the more it shows. Are yours getting enough? Art. Ask for more. AmericansForTheArts.org.
Back on VSU-TV, Nick Grant was the injured player. The backup tight end was helped off the field. Chris Reel on the quarterback keeper, wrapped up by William Montfort, Blazer middle linebacker.
Good play there by William Montfort to grab his feet, grab his ankles, and just hold on for dear life and drag him down. Minimal gain on the play.
2nd and 7, 14.5, as we are just underway here in the second half. High snap, Reel corrals it. Michael Norville hit hard by Antoine Harris and knocked backwards. That'll be a loss of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Antoine Harris, good anticipation, saw that play coming a mile away.
He wasn't even the one assigned to Michael Norville, and he made the play in the backfield. Grabbing him by the shoulder pads, would not let go.
So a big 3rd and 12 already for Central Arkansas. Ball marked on the 27-yard line. Aaron Ferruz to the near side slot. Gio Blaylock marked up on him, but Blazers showing blitz. Tim Thompson rolling around, and there he goes. Thompson, here's a shovel pass out to Kentrell Rogers. Not going to have enough for the first down, brought down by Gio Blaylock and a bevy of other Blazers. It'll be 4th down, and Central Arkansas is going to have to punt this one away. Good stand here to start off the second half for VSU.
Tim Thompson just ran by Kentrell Rogers there. And then Chris Reel managed to pitch it right back to him. Of course, in the Blazer swarm, recognized the little shovel pass and quickly tackled Kentrell Rogers for a minimal gain on the play.
Here's the punt away from Garland. This time, Thomas Arnold lets it bounce. It's marked out just behind the 40-yard line, and that's where Valdosta State's first offensive possession of the second half will take place. In the first half, Barrett Wilkes was pretty effective. 14 of 20, 168 yards and a touchdown. Took some chances throwing downfield, but never really threw it into double coverage too often.
And the thing that really set apart the first half is that, once again, the Blazer wide receivers just gave Barrett Wilkes tons of chances many people he could throw the ball to.
Spread formation. Wilkes finds Derek Tharp. Caught. Gain of about 10. Hit hard, Derek Tharp, but it'll be enough for the Blazer first down. And already Valdosta State moving the chains.
Rylan Taylor was the linebacker on the play there. Barrett Wilkes threw it right on the money to Derek Tharp. Nice spin move there and then was just slacked. But good enough for a first down. As we talked about the Blazer offense spreading the ball around. 4 catches for William Milton, 3 for Zach Parker, 2 for Sherrod William Reynolds, and Jeffrey Felton.
Same formation, William Milton now to the right of Wilkes. Travis Taylor in the far side slot. Barrett throws over the middle. It is caught, fingertip catch by Clay Calloway, but they're going to rule that it is incomplete. One official rules complete, the other one rules incomplete. And incomplete is the official ruling. It'll be 2nd and 10 on the 50-yard line.
Barrett Wilkes trying to get it away before the pressure got to him. It was the proper call there by the refs as Clay Calloway did catch it as the ball was hitting the ground. Incomplete pass.
2nd and 10, 12 minutes, 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Calloway on bump coverage, handoff to William Milton. Going to be tackled in the backfield, loss on the play. Quentin Maxfield there along with Ryan Taylor.
That went nowhere, Brice. Just like Harding last week. Inability to run the ball. The running the game for the Blazers, 9 yards by Michael Terry. That was the best runner of the Blazers for the first half.
The longest run of the first half, 6 yards from Michael Terry. And now a total of 10 yards for 10 carries for 4 yards. 2 backs, Michael Terry, one of them along with William Milton. Tharp in motion. Here comes the blitz. Wilkes finds Derek Tharp, room to run. Tharp to the 30, inside the 25. They'll mark him out at the 24-yard line. Derek Tharp, big gain. It's about 20 yards, 25 yards.
Barrett read the defense, recognized the blitz was coming, able to dump it off to Derek Tharp, running across the middle toward the near side of the field. And there, it was just a foot race.
11 minutes, 34 seconds. Tharp and Calloway to the near side. Milton, Michael Terry in the backfield to the far side all alone. Tyler Arendt, Cangelosi showing blitz along with Jasper Johnson. Now he backs up. In motion, Tharp. Handoff, Michael Terry trying to squeeze through some Bears. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but Central Arkansas defensive line snuffed that one out.
Central Arkansas defensive line very good at rushing defense. But Blazers definitely need to execute better when it comes to running the ball. Or with the way the running game has been going, they might just abandon the run altogether, although it didn't do them much good last week at Harding.
10-0. Valdosta State on top, 11 minutes remaining in the third. Blazers driving, 2nd and 11. Ball spotted on the 25-yard line. Throw over the middle by Barrett Wilkes. Tried to laser it to Travis Taylor, incomplete, but it looked on that play like Central Arkansas had jumped off sides. No flag, though. And it'll be 3rd and 11.
To me, it looked like that Barrett was caught off guard by the snap. It looked like that he had just brought his leg up and getting ready for the silent count, and then the ball came out unexpectedly. Injury update here. Number 83, Nick Grant, the tight end for the Bears, had the wind knocked out of him. Should be back in the ball game.
It's a long time down on the ground to have the wind knocked out of you. Tharp in motion. Wilkes, 3rd and 11. Good coverage. Has to go out in the flat, nearly intercepted. Isaac Hendricks, who's been all over the place, but that one off the hands of Michael Terry. And we'll see with 4th down upcoming if Valdosta State chooses to kick a field goal here or go for it.
Coach Hatcher was extremely upset there on that last play. William Milton was wide open on the far side of the field. and Barrett Wilkes did not see him.
Michael Green on to kick. Spotted at the 25. This one looks to be about 40 yards. The kick is up, and it is no good. Michael Green hooked that one, got a little bit too much on the inside of the foot, and the Blazers miss a field goal and miss a chance to go up by 13. 10 minutes, 38 seconds, and now Central Arkansas will take over on the 25-yard line, deep in their own territory. Chris Reel in the I formation. Valdosta State showing blitz. Leggett, Gio Blaylock, and William Montford, the linebackers. Handoff. Wrapped up. Kentrell Roberts, and he fumbles it. Rogers fumbles, and it is picked up. William Montford at the 6-yard line. Tim Thompson came off his block, wrapped up Rogers, slung him to the ground, and in all that chaos, the ball came loose. Rogers didn't know where it was, and William Montford chases it down and dives on it.
Brice simply said, that's why Tim Thompson is an All-American. Fighting off his block, stripping the ball, and getting possession back for the Blazers. Great play there by the Black Swarm. If the Blazers score here, momentum will definitely be on our side.
Valdosta State looking to make up for the missed field goal just seconds ago. 10 minutes, 29 seconds here in the third quarter. Inside the 10, first and goal. Wilkes holds on to it. It's a quarterback keeper, and Kelvin Horn, too smart. He saw that play coming the entire time. Chased down Barrett Wilkes, loss of 3.
Brice, why would you try a quarterback draw when the running game hasn't even been going at all? That's really confusing for me. But obviously the UCA defense understood it and stopped it before they got any positive yards. In fact, they got knocked back 5 yards.
Second down, ball marked on the 13. It is second and goal for the Black Swarm, or for the flamed red and black. 3 receivers to the far side, Taylor, Reynolds, and Arendt. Callaway on bump coverage to the near side. Wilkes, time, throws. William Milton, he caught the ball and is taken down at the 4.
Great play there by the Blazers, putting 3 wide receivers all on the far side of the field, maybe confusing the UCA defense. Barrett Wilkes recognizing a sort of a covered sack, not finding anybody open on the far side, and then dumping it off to William Milton. Managed to get by the first line defense here to bring up third and goal at the 3.
I formation fake, and it is nearly picked off. Central Arkansas's Corey Cangelosi read that play, was guarding Zach Parker. The pass was intended to. I formation 4th and 3, and now here comes the field goal unit again. So Valdosta State this time a little bit closer on their field goal attempt, but
still on the right side.
Be wary of a fake here. Clay Callaway in the game as the holder. And now here comes Jeffrey Felton flying into the game. Callaway, a former quarterback in high school. And it is a fake. And Callaway's going to run it. And might have fumbled the ball. It doesn't look like they got it. Central Arkansas stops. The fake might have been too easy to see there because Jeffrey Felton did not know if he was going to be on the field or not.
See here, Clay Callaway trying to make something happen out of nothing, but it looks like he was fumbled. That's why it was no good. Clay Callaway was trying to stretch it out.
Did the ball break the plane while he had possession? And you see the fumble doesn't count because they marked the ball right now at the 1-inch line. But Valdosta State once again giving up crucial opportunities to score points. You love the aggressiveness of Coach Hatcher, but that one might have been too easy to call. Here's Reel looking for Farouz in double coverage. Farouz tackles Calvin Roberts. Calvin Roberts gets tackled, and there's no way that they could call that one on Valdosta State.
Calvin Roberts played excellent defense there on Aaron Ferruz. That would be an extremely bad call unless it is offensive pass interference.
I tell you what, though, if you're Aaron Ferruz, that's a smart play. That is a genius play because you're on your own 1-inch yard line. How much further back can they push you? Rather than take the chance of Calvin Roberts intercepting that ball, go ahead and knock him out of the play. Smart heads-up thinking by Aaron Ferruz.
But instead, that smart thinking gets him an offensive pass interference call, but also
it gets him the call, but the ball doesn't go back anywhere. Also, Blazers laid some punishment on Chris Real because quarterback roughing the passer. Valdosta State commits a penalty, but it only would have cost them a couple inches. I'll take the bruise on Chris Real's chest tomorrow morning.
So will I. Let him know that he faced a defense that wasn't going to allow him anything.
8:55, fumbled on the snap. It's either going to be a safety or a touchdown. Valdosta State signaling that they have it. If the fumble is recovered in the end zone and the Blazers pounce on it, it's a safety. Donnie Daniels hopes it's a safety, and it is. Valdosta State comes up with a safety. Coach Ashley Anders is fired up for his team.
Great play there by the Blazers defense. Well, actually, don't even contribute to the Blazers defense because of a missed snap by the UCA offense.
They tried a quick count to try to catch the Valdosta State defense off guard, and it backfired on them because the line wasn't ready, and obviously Chris Real wasn't ready, and they're lucky that the Valdosta State defense didn't recover it in the end zone for a touchdown. Just 2 points, so UCA is getting extremely lucky here with some of the possessions, and you see Clint Clonk on the sideline, and he's just kind of shrugged his shoulders like, whatever, not that big a deal, but 12-0 in enemy territory in Valdosta, Georgia with 8:48 in the third quarter. That's a pretty big deal. The Momo and the momentum all going Valdosta State's way right now. Come celebrate your 2004 NCAA Division II National Champions with the Chris Hatcher Show, airing every Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on VSU-TV cable channel 11. That's the Chris Hatcher Show, Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on VSU-TV cable channel 11. And hopefully you'll be smiling as a Blazer fan while you watch that game, because last week, if you had to watch the Hatcher Show, maybe with a grimace on your face.
What a difference a week makes, because right now, this time last week, I know I was sitting by my radio hoping for a blocked field goal and hardly made it for a loss. But here, Blazers have come out with a new sense of confidence, taking it to UCA here tonight at historic Bazemore-Hyder Stadium.
As is customary with the safety, Grant Morgan kicks it off from his own 20. Felton looking for a hole. Not much on the return, but taken out at the 38-yard line. So decent field position for Valdosta State. With 8 minutes, 43 seconds remaining, that's where Barrett Wilkes and the offense will take over.
Brice, an observation that I've noticed throughout the night is that VSU is doing a very good job of the short passes. And that's been a very good point in the Blazers' success all throughout Chris Hatcher's tenure. So let's see if that short passing continues.
See the matchup, Derek Tharp and Isaac Hendricks once again. Bump coverage from Central Arkansas. 3-4, not a lot of pressure. Wilkes finds Milton and he drops it. Incomplete pass, William Milton out in the flat. Might have heard footsteps as Jacob Ford was closing in on him.
At least Barrett Wilkes had the knowledge to look around, see all of his receivers already covered, and then dump it off in the backfield to William Milton, something he did not do very successful in the early part of this game.
This is Central Arkansas not respecting the Valdosta State rushing attack. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs for the Bears. They don't think Valdosta State will be able to run. And now here's William Milton trying to prove him wrong. William Milton all the way inside Bear territory, inside the 40-yard line. The draw play And the Bears got burned as they tried to go once or twice back to the picnic basket.
The Bears tried to play, but instead it came back. And like you said, Brice, it bit him. What a tremendous cut move by William Milton made to get himself 15 to 20 more yards. And that 3-3-5 scheme that UCA just ran there tended to have come back and bit them up. 3-3-4, excuse me.
8 minutes, 20 seconds, 12-0, Blazers driving. 3 receivers to the far side, Milton in the backfield. Zach Parker all alone to the near side. This time Wilkes holds on to it, he breaks 1 tackle, gets past the line of scrimmage, gain of 3. But it could have been worse as he was wrapped up in the backfield, but he slipped off of it.
Maybe the Blazers are trying to run the ball a little bit more to try and make UCA come up and bunch up on the line of scrimmage here as we see Barrett Wilkes run for a 5-yard gain, because the more UCA people, defenders you have in the line of scrimmage box, the easier it is to pass downfield.
7 minutes, 34 seconds here in the third. 4 receiver set for the Flamed, red and black. Blitz coming, picked up well. Pass is incomplete. Derek Tharp tries to sell it to the referee, but everybody and their grandmother saw that one bounce before Tharp was able to corral it. 3rd down and 5.
If we can see it up here in the press box, then the refs obviously need to make that call on the field, which they did.
7 minutes, 22 seconds. Clock stops, of course, with an incomplete pass. Central Arkansas, 12 or 13 fans here trying to make some noise to help out their Bears.
It's more like 20 fans, Brice.
Tharp in motion. Wilkes to Derek Tharp, wide open, and he makes the catch. Tharp down to the 10, taken out, stripped out of bounds by Ahmed Brown, but Tharp was already out of bounds, but a flag on the play. We'll see if this one's a holding. It might have actually been Tharp offsides because he took off early on that play.
Pass interference. Pass interference on the Blazers. Could have been an illegal screen set in motion by a Blazer wide receiver before Barrett delivered the pass. But you see here, nice awareness by Brice of Derek Tharp moving across the playing field, delivered a nice clean pass, but obviously it means nothing now.
Tharp seemed to be a little bit too wide open on that play. And number 85, Zach Parker, the guilty party. So now it'll be 3rd and extremely long, 20 yards for Valdosta State, and we'll see what Coach Hatcher does here. Into the game, Travis Taylor, out William Milton. Clock rolling now. 7 minutes left.
3rd down and long for the Blazers.
Arendt to the far side, along with Taylor to the near side. Zach Parker, the Lowndes County product. And Wake Forest transfer, Derek Tharp. He's had a big game so far. 3-4 once again. Out of the flat, this time to Michael Terry. Terry's got some speed to the 40, down to the 35. It's not going to be enough for the first down, but it will put the Blazers in a little bit better field position to try to attempt a field goal.
I don't think with the way that Michael Green has been taking the ball before that, we'll take a look and see how Barrett Wilkes threw the ball right on the money. Great move there.
We get to see Michael Terry in the open field for the first time, and pretty impressive. He can turn on the burners, a freshman. You'd like to see that out of your freshman. Chad Bryant, we haven't seen in this game. Wears number 20 usually for the Flame Red and Black. He's on the sideline, just haven't seen him so far in this one. Tidwell on to punt this one away. It's too far for a Michael Green field goal attempt to be close to 50 yards. They've taken a deliberate delay of game penalty by letting the play clock go down to 0, and they'll move back, and that'll hopefully give Tidwell a little bit more room to try to pin Central Arkansas.
Battle of field position has been key in this game, Brice.
This has been a defensive battle, and like you mentioned, a battle of field position, but particularly in the special teams. An interception bailed out Valdosta State after Jeffrey Felton booted a punt, and we'll see if maybe we can force something here. Felton, or excuse me, that's Tidwell. It's a high punt, hopefully taking a Valdosta State bounce, and it does. They'll let it roll. Blazers all around it. This one's going to roll to the 7-yard line, and that's where Central Arkansas will take over with 5 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the third. But once again, there's some yellow on the field.
Looks like it's against VSU, Brice.
And they will most definitely make VSU repunt this kick. So great pinning job. Wow, only 6 men, so mental mistake by Valdosta State as they only had 6 men on the line of scrimmage. And now there will be a chance for a return from Corey Cangelosi.
Or a chance for more room for Travis Tidwell to make his punt. So we'll see which one happens.
I don't know if you can put it much better than on the 6-yard line. Tidwell gets it away. And he's been hit, and it could be another great kick as it just bounces into the end zone, but Tidwell was hit. And if this is a personal foul, it's an automatic first down.
Looks like it's a 5-yard variety, Brice, of just running into the kicker. And Coach Hatcher is not happy at all. He wants that to be a personal foul, 15 yards of roughing the kicker. But the referee saw it all the way, and it's just running into the kicker.
This game's starting to slow down because of penalties and re-kicks, punts, missed field goals. It'll just be a 5-yard penalty, and they'll get to re-kick. So the third time we get to do this punt. Hey, third time's a charm.
It's been good the first 2 times.
Well, the last one bounced into the end zone, actually bounced on the 1 and then into the end zone. The other one was down at the 6. And now Tidwell will get a chance to try and pin the Bears one more time. At least he's getting his practice in. There's Tidwell. This time he line drives it. Valdosta State hustling down and unable to get there was number 59, Will Weaver, the deep snapper. And it rolls into the end zone for a touchback. 5 minutes, 28 seconds. That's Central Arkansas. There. Hey, look, there's a flag on the play.
Wow, that's not happened before, Brice.
This time I think it's on Valdosta State again. Another illegal formation. This time they declined the penalty. And finally, Central Arkansas will take over at their own 20-yard line after
3 punts.
An ordeal. It was an ordeal for just 1 punt. Chris Reel to take over. Actually, Chris Reel is going to be sitting down. It's Nathan Brown. He was unable to convert on great field position for Central Arkansas after that botched punt by Jeffrey Felton in the first quarter, and now Nathan Brown is back again. 4 receivers, Farouz with Donnie Daniels on him, but Daniels shows blitz, now backs off. Bernard George, a cornerback for Valdosta State. Nathan Brown throws, and wide open Rogers, room to run. Hit hard at the 35 from behind by Tim Thompson, but enough for the first down, and Central Arkansas moves the chain.
You see Kentrell Rogers' ability to not only run the ball, but catch the ball. Nathan Brown delivers a nice pass here, almost sacked there by the Blazers defensive core. He delivers a nice pass on the run. Good catch there by Kentrell Rogers. Just following his blockers downfield, and finally the Blazers gets up to him at the 35-yard line.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. It's Shea Jones. Brown throwing, and it's off Shea Jones' hands as that was a laser. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Blame Jones right there on the play. It delivered right to him, and he just saw the ball go right out of his hands.
Central Arkansas really tries to create mismatches on the field. They look for single coverage. You'd think with 6'6" Aaron Farouz, they go to him every other throw, but not so. They only go to him when he's got the best matchup on the field. 3 receivers, including Farouz, Fairs, and Norvell, to the near side. In the backfield, it's Rogers. Brown mixing up the play call. 2nd and 10. Pump fake. Now out of the backfield, Michael Norvell wide open, hit hard by Calvin Roberts, but just kind of curled out around his other two receivers into the open field. First down, Central Arkansas.
Aaron Ferruz demands a lot of attention, and that's exactly what the Blazer defense did here. Nathan Brown delivers a nice pass out in the middle to Michael Norvell, who makes a catch for the first down.
Sidearm that one. Nathan Brown's delivery, almost like it's coming from his hip. Division I fans will remember Phillip Rivers now in the NFL threw that way along with David Carr, so you can get by doing it. Norvell hit hard, and it's Jason McNeal. The transfer from Masabi Range does it again and wows the crowd. He's a crowd favorite because he absolutely drills people.
And Michael Norvell is walking around holding his ribs.
You could see Norvell's neck snap when Jason McNeal plowed into him. That is kinetic energy coming at you right there.
And lots of it too. McNeal has earned that as a reputation as a big hitter around the league.
Flag on the play already. Too many men on the field. Here's the referees conferring once again. They must know each other pretty well by now.
There's no penalty for illegal substitution. Timeout was granted prior to the foul.
So a timeout taken by Central Arkansas with 3 minutes 51 seconds. Blazers on top, 12-0. We'll be back on VSU-TV. You don't want to miss this one.
Drivers face all kinds of distractions.
Guys, stop playing now. 127 consecutive.
Before your wireless phone becomes one of them, stop. Drive safely. Keep your phone in easy reach and dial sensibly. In bad weather or traffic, call later and use a hands-free device. Remember, with wireless, safety is your call.
Back on VSU-TV, 3 minutes 51 seconds remaining, and we'd just like to thank here at VSU-TV Domino's Pizza, located on 210 Northside Drive, for feeding the crew for tonight's game. It was delicious.
Pizza's always a fan favorite with the VSU-TV crew.
Pretty much any college student anywhere has probably eaten 50 pounds of pizza. I'll say in their college career, 50 pounds of pizza. You can quote me on it. I myself, probably closer to 1,000.
I still got a year to work on it.
Hand off to Rogers, and he's got a huge hole. Rogers more than enough for the first down. Jukes Foss out of his pants, now down to the 31-yard line. Kentrell Rogers on the run, and some missed tackles and a huge hole. Give up a 15, 16-yard gain.
Not as much missed tackles, as much as great blocking there by his fullback, Dwayne Hall, and his offensive lineman, Jeremy Ford. And great cutback there by Kentrell Rogers. Managed to get away from the VSU secondary man who was trying to come up and get him.
Central Arkansas trying to get on the board, and Nathan Brown's the guy that's going to try to do it for him. Completely spread formation. Kentrell Rogers, though, as a wide receiver. Screen pass, Ferruz. Maybe a yard. Clock continues to click, but nothing there for Aaron Ferruz. They've tried that a couple times where they screen it to Ferruz in the middle of the field and let him run.
Aaron Ferruz they've tried that pass many times, like you said. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it's not. You see a missed tackle there by Dedrick Morrison trying to get in there and disrupt him. But overall, the defensive effort tonight has been tremendous, especially guarding Ferruz, not letting him get many open looks to receive the ball.
Four receivers once again for the Bears. Flag on the play. Central Arkansas must have jumped on this one. So once again, more penalties this third quarter. As a false start called by the man in the white hat. 2 minutes, 36 seconds. Clock will start to tick in just a little bit, but sloppy third quarter, both sides.
Brice, you begin to wonder how penalties will take their toll in this game. You also begin to wonder if UCA has been put in a position like this all year, trailing in the second half. Usually they're outscoring their opponents 100, 200 points to 21 in the first couple of games here in the regular season. So they're not used to being in a position like this.
Down 12-0. 2 minutes, 15 seconds, and counting away. Brown throws. He's got a man, Norvell. Pass is caught. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play by Michael Norvell. And it'll be 3rd down.
Coach Anders' defense has done the job tonight, mixing up their coverages, mixing up what looks like to be blitz, and then pulling the linebackers back. We've seen that a couple times here in the second half, and that messes with the offensive linemen's heads a little bit.
Yet to see a quarterback sack on either side of the ball. Neither defense has forced a sack. Only Valdosta State has created turnovers, 2 of them. Brown, good push from the line. Nearly had that first sack. Now Brown throws, and it's Farouz wide open. Jumps past Scott Foss, and Farouz still on his feet, finally taken down at the 10. Aaron Farouz left open. The Blazers smelled blood. They jumped in to try to attack Nathan Brown because they thought he was running, and that left the big 6'6" game changer open.
The inability to get a sack when it matters most. You see there, right there, 47. The Blazers managed to almost get a sack, and that leaves Aaron Farouz wide open. Missed tackle there. Missed tackle there by Scott Foss. Missed tackle there. 3 consecutive times where the Blazers had a chance to wrap up Aaron Farouz, and they did not do it. That will kill you. Missed tackles will kill people every time.
Central Arkansas, that's 2 men in motion, illegal motion, and this game's starting to really slow down because of penalties. Just a minute left here in the 3rd quarter. False start again on Central Arkansas. That'll move them back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Ball on the 16. So they still can't get a first down. It's not 1st and goal.
This has got to be frustrating for the UCA coaching staff, seeing their team come in like this and have so many offside penalties, illegal procedure penalties. It's basic stuff you should not do.
Here's the same play that they were trying to run just a second ago. Play action. Wide open, Ben Fairs into the end zone. Everybody followed number 89, Austin Cade. As they crossed each other's routes, Ben Fairs opened up, and Central Arkansas, you see a little celebration there as they looked like they were going to jump and hit each other's chest, but Nathan Brown just finds the wide open Fairs. It's the routes sometime and the play calling that beats a defense, and right there, it was coach against coach, and Central Arkansas came out on top. So now all of a sudden, a touchdown would put Central Arkansas in the lead as the extra point is good and kicked in to the street. 12-7 with 35.6 remaining. Valdosta State lets Central Arkansas creep back in.
The reason why is because of their inability to make plays and score points when UCA seemed like they were down. The Blazers had chances. They had 2 chances to score. Michael Green missed a field goal, and they mishandled a snap down here, and that led to a safety. But like you said, chances.
Missed opportunities so far for Valdosta State. VSU-TV's News 11 in Focus, Valdosta's only local newscast, airs every Wednesday at 3 and 10 p.m. right here on cable channel 11. Tune in to catch all of the latest local, state, and national news. That's In Focus every Wednesday at 3 and then again at 10 p.m. right here on VSU-TV.
Brice, let's see if the offense can come out and do what it's been doing all night. Throwing short passes, crisscrossing the routes. UCA on their touchdown pass used one of the same maneuvers that VSU has used all night. Lining up on one side and then drawing the attention to one side of the field, leaving the main target wide open.
35.6 in the 3rd, 12-7, Valdosta State on top, but Central Arkansas just put together a great drive. Garrett Morgan's kickoff to be fielded at the 13 by Jeffrey Felton. Felton out across the 25-yard line. That's as far as they'll get. taken down by Ryan Taylor and more Bears as they joined the picnic party.
The UCA kicking game isn't very good. That was a very short kick there by UCA to put Blazers at their own 25-yard line. Blazers have been winning field position all night. Let's see if they can convert on this good starting position and come away with some points.
Barrett Wilkes in the shotgun. Derek Tharp to the near side, Zach Parker, Tyler Arendt. Fake handoff, Wilkes nearly taken down. He was hit by Jeremy Pittman. Pass incomplete as Mr. William Milton couldn't hold on to that one.
He had Zach Parker over the middle. If he had more time, he could have delivered a more accurate pass to either Milton or Zach Parker.
2nd down and 10. Latrey Walker came in on that play. He was the decoy. Now he goes out, Travis Taylor comes in. 26.6. Left here in the 3rd. This is where the inability of Valdosta State's running game may come in big. Big throw, and it's going to be deep and nearly picked off by Corey Cangelosi. He had it in his hands. Tharp went for the tackle. That was thrown into triple coverage. Barrett Wilkes just kind of threw that one up to anybody.
But why would Barrett Wilkes do that? He's an experienced quarterback. He knows his system. He's watching Derek Tharp the entire way. The UCA defense has plenty of time to adjust and make the tackle, make the play. You cannot do that. You cannot look at one receiver and focus in. All good defenses will take advantage of that.
Another thing Wilkes did on that play is he pump faked to where he was throwing to. Big 3rd down and 10 as the momentum seemingly in Central Arkansas's way. Over the middle, and it's Zach Parker. Great hands catch at the 41. That's a big 1st down, 16 yards on the gain.
Barrett Wilkes is clapping. He knows that was a huge 1st down the Blazers just made. And where was that play, Brice? In the middle of the field.
Where was it?
The middle of the field.
So that's a place that some Blazer receivers seem to never go, but so far in this game, they feasted off the middle.
Maybe it's the way that the UCA defense has just played.
Vulnerable in the middle, 12-7, Valdosta State on top. This has been a defensive battle. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter of play on VSU-TV.
I could reach the stars, pour one down for you, so you could see the truth, that I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe, and if I could, I'd change the world.
I want my money back. This parrot doesn't talk.
Yes, he does. Plato, how can this man get a passport?
1-800-FED-INFO.
The bird's a brain. How can this man find out about Social Security benefits?
1-800-FED-INFO.
Plato here knows the number for the Federal Consumer Information Center, where you'll find all you need to know about government benefits and services.
Really?
Well, a 1-800-FED-INFO, yeah.
I'll keep him. He talked me into it.
He talked me into it.
I was a liberal arts major in college.
I didn't speak a second language.
What could I?
What could I offer the Peace Corps?
The answer surprised me. I served in South Africa teaching HIV/AIDS awareness.
Working with my students in Nicaragua was a great experience. We taught each other a lot about our countries and cultures.
This is the Peace Corps today.
Redefine your world. Join the Peace Corps.
Apply now at peacecorps.gov.
Back on VSU-TV, start of the 4th quarter, Valdosta State on top, 12-7, 1st down at the 42. In motion, Travis Taylor. Here comes a blitz. Wilkes scrambles out to the right, throws and finds a man. It's Derek Tharp. Tharp avoids a tackle. Gain of 12, maybe 13 on that one. 1st down again, Derek Tharp.
Did you see that play that Derek Tharp made? He had to readjust his hands because the ball was thrown off. Barrett Wilkes put it in a position, not where Derek Tharp wanted it, but Derek Tharp reached behind him and made a grab. That is why he played D1 football right there.
Tharp has led this team so far in the season with receptions, and no change today. He's been the main man for Barrett Wilkes. 14 minutes, 33 seconds in the fourth quarter. Tharp and Zach Parker to the far side. Hand off to LaTrey Walker, taken down, wrapped up in the backfield. Loss of nearly 3.
Blazers just have not been running the ball tonight, Brice.
They've been unable to do so. You see LaTrey Walker, great penetration here. Forward in on the tackle, along with some other Bears. And so far, we've only seen a couple times where Valdosta State has lined up right out of the I formation, basically what is a traditional running formation. We've been running out of the pro set, a lot of times just one back in the backfield, but when you don't give him 2 or 3 steps to get his momentum going, it's hard just to cut and turn and make people miss. Tharp in motion. Wilkes set to throw. Pressure. Wilkes up the middle. Avoids one tackle, hit hard. Finally taken down near the Central Arkansas 42. Close to 5 yards on the play.
He was looking for Derek Tharp, the man in motion. Usually what happens with Coach Hatcher is that the man in motion is usually the man who gets the ball. You see here Barrett Wilkes, the eyes in the back of the head, knew the pocket was collapsing, knew he had to get out there, and he managed to get himself some positive yards, making it 3rd and 7 on the UCA 42 with just over 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
LaTrey Walker and William Milton in the backfield. Tyler Arendt to the near side. Parker and Tharp all the way across field. Wilkes on 3rd down is hit hard. Great spin move by Jacob Ford. Jacob Ford, the first sack of the game, and Wilkes slow to get up, but a spin move he put on Will Shelton was unbelievable.
Shelton is our best offensive lineman too. So that should tell you something about the UCA defensive line and how aggressive and how skillful they are at their positions.
Very fast. I'm very impressed with the speed. Here's a quick snap and punt. Tidwell, Corey Cangelosi will chase it down at the 22. And now Cangelosi up close to the 32-yard line, and Central Arkansas just a touchdown away from a lead here in Bazemore-Hyder Stadium. Neal, at times you make me so mad that I should go to see Dr. John Grotchen of the Counseling Center for Anger Control Management. Don't blow your lid. Wednesday, September 28th, from 4 to 5 p.m. in the University Union Conference Room 3. For more information, call 333-5940. I'm just kidding. You make me furious.
Sorry.
Real back in the game, finds Ben Fairs. Gain of 10 on the screen pass to Fairs. Chris Real, are you surprised to see him back in the game? Nathan Brown just led him downfield for a touchdown.
We have a flag on the play as well. And we also have a Blazer down as we see Fairs making the play. Great contributing block on the play by Michael Norvell. But the flag might be coming back. Hopefully it'll be a holding call on the Sugar Bears.
Central Arkansas guilty of a hold. 12 minutes, 6 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Blazers have a 5-point lead.
It's not a holding call, Brice. It's an illegal chop block.
Wow.
15-yard personal foul.
Blazer fans like the sound of that.
So do I.
So 1st and 25 as the Bears dig themselves a hole. And now Nathan Brown back into the game.
Maybe Chris Real just isn't having the night he had hoped for against the Black Swarm. Nathan Brown has had much more success leading the scoring drives.
Farouz split out to the far side. We'll see if Roberts gives him help. We haven't seen Scott Foss in a couple of downs. Handoff. It's Ross Brown taken down at the 19.
Some statistics in here, Brice, as we get going here in the fourth quarter of play. Chris Real, 10 for 15, 104 yards. Nathan Brown, 7 of 9 for 67 yards. So Really not a whole lot of passing going on for UCA because of the Black Swarm and their alternating defensive looks.
4 receivers, once again, for Central Arkansas. Double silent count. Screen pass over the middle. It's Farouz. He stiff arms Lavaris Dollar, but unable to keep Dollar off of him. He brings down Farouz. It'll be 3rd down and still pretty long for the Bears.
The Blazers have managed to keep an eye on Farouz. As you see there, almost a sack by James Hutley, defensive tackle for the Blazers. And Farouz is running a simple cross pattern across the field. Managed to get a good look, but it's still 3rd down 17 at the 24-yard line for the Bears.
Big 3rd down here for the Black Swarm defense. Brown set to throw. He's got a man, it's Farouz. The pass is ruled complete at the 36. It's not gonna be enough for a Bear 1st down. And on comes the punt team for Central Arkansas.
Look out for the fake punt here, but first, look at Nathan Brown delivering a sharp, accurate pass to Farouz. That's why he's potential all-GSE player, his ability to catch the ball when it's right before it hits the ground.
He's made some very athletic, very impressive catches already today, and there's still just under 10 minutes remaining in the 4th. Garland to punt. It's a good one. Felton will let it bounce, and it takes a VSU hop all the way up to the 37. And that's where Barrett Wilkes and the Valdosta State offense will take over here in the 4th quarter. Once again, VSU-TV would love to thank Domino's Pizza on 2010, that's 2010 or 210 Northside Drive for feeding the crew for tonight's game. I had pepperoni.
Sausage.
Wow, doesn't surprise me. 9 minutes, 43 seconds left in this one. 12-7 Valdosta State on top.
Cooper is back in at quarterback.
Wilkes didn't look so successful on the last drive. Cooper, no drop, and he throws it straight into the ground, intended for Sherrard Reynolds.
Brice, this is the last thing the Blazers need to do to deliver incomplete passes, because the more incomplete passes you do, the less time you take off that clock.
9 minutes, 40 seconds. This is where you'd like to have a running attack to establish a long drive, take about 4 or 5 minutes off the clock. Barrett Wilkes coming back into the game, number 11 for the Blazers, but this is where not having a running game really can hinder your chances to control the game. 2nd and 10 on the 38. Here comes the blitz, throwing up Dedrick Smith. He's open, he's got it. Hit hard by Jasper Johnson, but I'll tell you what, Smith won't feel it. He pops right back up, mark it on the 41, 1st down, Valdosta State.
Great throw by Barrett Wilkes. That time he manages to look off to his receiver on the right, manages to free the room on the near side of the screen. As there you see Dedrick Smith making a terrific over-the-shoulder grab, managing to stay in bounds and make that catch.
The freshman with a big catch here in the 4th quarter. 9 minutes, 21 seconds and ticking away. Left in this game, a huge Gulf South Conference game. The offense has only mustered 1 touchdown, but the defense has gotten a safety, and a field goal has led Valdosta State to a 12-7 lead. Michael Terry on the carry, maybe 3 yards.
Brice, did you recognize the type of formation that was in that last play?
Oh, I did. The I formation.
Indeed, you are right. Your favorite type of formation. Hopefully now they'll start to run this formation more often and run some clock.
And they are coming back set up in the I formation with Scott Palmer, the wedge buster on special teams.
We like to call him the pain train.
He definitely likes to deliver the pain on the special teams, and he'll try to do it on the offensive blocking side. Hand off to Terry again. This time to the weak side. Gets close to the 35-yard line.
Manages about 1 yard on the play. But that was a nice way of thinking for Coach Hatcher there, making Scott Palmer and the offensive line block toward the near side of the field, maybe trying to run a counter to maybe get the UCA to bite. to allow Michael to run to the far side of the screen. Field.
3rd and 6. Valdosta State would love to convert here and keep this clock ticking. Under 8 minutes. Reynolds to the far side. Smith and Felton to the near side. On the line, Zach Parker. Wilkes steps up. His shirt was grabbed and it's intercepted. Corey Cangelosi picks it off and rumbles down to the 33. And Barrett Wilkes, as he was throwing, had his shoulder ripped, his jersey pulled, which caused him to throw that ball a little bit short.
There's a replay right there. Number 17. Not number 17, that's the punter. But you see there, great pressure there by UCA, allowing Barrett Wilkes to mess up his rhythm. And when you do that, you're going to get incompletions or interceptions.
7 minutes, 37 seconds. New life. Breathed in by the Bears. Nathan Brown in the backfield. Bad snap, but he handles it. Now it's a screen pass. Red all the way. Donnie Daniels, the speed of the linebacking core as he hits Kentrell Rogers in the backfield.
That's what we need. Donnie Daniels is a proven player. Nathan looking, trying to set up that screen, but Donnie Daniels said, not in this house, my friend.
Clock continues to roll, now close to 7 minutes. 2nd and 12. 4 receivers, Donnie Daniels on Feruz. Zone coverage though for Valdosta State. Daniels blitzing. Here's the blitz by Sean Harris, but the pass is caught by Ben Fairs over the middle. 1st down and plenty more for Central Arkansas as they cross in to Valdosta State territory.
Blazers got lucky there because when that corner blitz was coming, it left number 3, Che Jones, wide open, but obviously Nathan Brown didn't see him, delivered it instead on the far side of the field. Just another laser pass by UCA, and here they come, trying to muster another late game scoring drive.
Brown seems to have the better arm of both Real and himself. They're the only quarterbacks listed on the team, so if either one of them got hurt, you know what happened. Pass out of the flat to Aaron Feruz, maybe a yard. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 6 minutes, 27 seconds. Just 5 points to lead for Valdosta State.
Makes it that much crucial for the Blazers to hold them to a field goal or nothing.
Preferably nothing. Handoff, Rogers rolls off a hit. And another one, Donnie Daniels brings him down. 1st down again. Central Arkansas moves the chains. They had him in the backfield.
Missed tackles and penalties will kill you every single week. 1, 2, 3. 3 missed tackles on that play before Donnie Daniels gets in there and wraps him up. 3 missed tackles accounts for 15+ yards that shouldn't have been gained.
Running backs in an I formation. Fullback Joseph Walker, the lead blocker. Handoff is to Rogers. He's got a big hole. Donnie Daniels drags him down, but he rumbles to the 29. Good pickup on 1st down for the Bears.
The Bears are just pounding and pounding away. One thing that we lack, they have. Great blocking there by 63. David Farr, the junior O-lineman from Star City, Arkansas. And our fans are in shock right now, Brice. They've been seeing a good game so far until the 4th quarter.
5 minutes, 25 seconds. Handoff again. This time hit at the line of scrimmage. Kelvin Roberts, the initial man. Dustin DeHaven jumped in and also helped out as Kentrell Rogers loses a yard.
Good pressure there by the Blazers defensive line. Just managed to find the gaps in the UCA O-line.
I'll tell you what, I think Che Jones thought that he was holding. He turned around to look at the referee like, what did I do? No flag on the play, but I think he might have got away with a hold.
Big play here, Brice.
3rd down and 6. The Valdosta State faithful trying to make some noise for the Black Swarm. Brown, pump fake, now throws. He's got a man wide open. It's Austin Cade, but Is it considered a catch? It is considered incomplete. That is about the third time that Austin Cade has not been able to come up with the ball. His hands aren't sure right now.
And that's about the fourth time VSU secondary has bit on the play action, as you see here. Nathan delivers a clean, crisp pass that should have been caught, but boom, right there to make the tackle was 32, Antoine Harris, and that should have been an interception there.
Fourth down, and the Bears are going for it. 6 yards to go. The first down marker is right at the 25-yard line. 4 minutes, 39 seconds. This is a huge play in this game. Brown to throw. He threw under his receiver, Michael Norvell. And the Blazers will take over on their own 32-yard line. But that's a pass that if it's there, it looks like Norvell would have caught it and it would have been an easy first down, but he underthrew it and threw it behind him.
Brice, with 4:36 to go in the game, the Blazers are going to have to run the football. We need to be able to get it to a tank and just let him move right through the war zone.
Michael Terry is that tank right now. Lined up 7 yards deep. Palmer, his lead blocker. Tharp in motion. The handoff is to Terry. He's got a hole to go through and he uses it. Terry tripped up, but he crosses the 50. Michael Terry to the 40, to the 32 before he's knocked out of bounds. And a huge run for the freshman from Americus, Georgia.
He's a tank. That's all we can say. What a move by the offensive lineman. What moves by Michael Terry shown downfield. It was a counter play right through the middle, and Michael Terry saw his openings. Look at that move. Manages to bite off that defender right there. Keep on moving. Manages to get a huge block by Tyler Arndt downfield. That gives him 5 extra yards on that play.
You see what a running back can do when he gets the ball in momentum, in motion. He's already got his body moving forward, and it takes a guy that's 206 pounds, 5'9", about 3 or 4 tackles to bring him down. I formation again. William Milton, the blocking back. Handoff is to Terry.
This time they sniff it out.
Loss of a yard on the play, but still the clock continues to roll down.
And what's more important now, Brice, we are within Michael Green's leg. We're at the 32-yard line, now at the 33. It's going to be a long field goal, but if we can continue to push and move, get positive yards, take time off that clock, Michael Green is going to have to come up clutch.
Unfortunately, the light wind is blowing against the Blazers right now. About 10 to 15 more yards, and you feel comfortable with the Green field goal kick. That would force Central Arkansas's hand. They would need a touchdown and the extra point conversion, the 2-point conversion. Now William Milton out of the backfield. Down to the 25-yard line, gain of 6.
Great pass by Barrett Wilkes to put it in the direction that William Milton was going. Had that been a little bit behind him, he had a defensive right there. As you see, 84. Great play there to put up outside of 84's reach and to get it down the field where William Milton can catch and run at the same time.
3rd down and 2, ball spotted on the 24-yard line of Central Arkansas. 3 minutes, 34 seconds. Unfortunately, Milton was dragged out of bounds on that play, and it stopped the clock.
William Milton is now the blocker for Michael Terry.
Hand off to Terry. Actually, it's Latrey Walker. He's going to be very close to a Blazer first down. We'll see where they spot this one.
Looks like the first down was at the 32. He got to the 31.
Big first down, Latrey Walker, a senior who's had limited carries in his time here at VSU. But he comes up big there.
Please reset the game clock to 3:35. 3:35, please.
Now we're having to reset the game clock from 3:25 to 3:35.
A little bit of home clock action right there if you're Valdosta State. But the clock will roll now. And it'll be 3:25 before the Blazers get this play off either way. High formation, Latrey Walker in the backfield, Scott Palmer lead blocker. To the far side, Derek Tharp, Tyler Arendt to the near side. Watch play action on a play Coach Hatcher loves play action at this time, but this time it's to Latre. Gain of maybe a yard.
UCA has just called their first timeout, Brice, with 3:05 to go in the fourth quarter.
3:05, they use their second timeout of the half. Blazers on top, 12-7 and deep in Central Arkansas territory. Support the Repeat Boutique by shopping or donating at 900 North Oak Street or call 333-0063. All the proceeds go to help the Pregnancy Support Clinic. That's the PSC, the Pregnancy Support Clinic. And that counsels and supports low-income mothers. For more information, call Laura Knox at 333-0800. That's 333-0800.
There we see the Blazing Brigade, Brice.
You see the Blazing Brigade, and they're right next to Jeff Davis. Now, Jeff Davis is a school from Hazelhurst, Georgia.
Where's that?
You know, I couldn't point it out to you on a map, but what I do know about them is they have about 230 members in their band. 230 members in their band, which is almost 1/3, if not more than 1/3, of their school's total population. 3:05, second down and 8. Blazers in the eye once again. Tharp in motion. Here's the play action. He goes up, Derek Tharp to the back of the end zone. Incomplete, he threw it out of the back. 3 minutes is where the clock stops.
Brice, he had Tyler Orange on more of a route than Derek Tharp. It was just Barrett's choice to throw it in his direction and not Tyler's. Had he thrown it there, we probably would have gone in for a touchdown.
But Derek Tharp is the go-to guy, and Central Arkansas knows it. And here's the Bears, 5 or 6 fans trying to make some noise. Neal says there's 20. I can only count maybe 3 or 4, but I went to a Georgia public school. Michael Terry in the backfield. They'll hand it off to him. Terry tries to counter to the outside. A loss on the play. Timeout is going to be called by Clint Conk, head coach of Central Arkansas. It'll be 4th down, and not an easy field goal kick for Michael Green coming up. 2 minutes, 53 seconds. Blazers on top, 12-7. We'll be back with the final portion of the game.
VSU would like to thank the remaining.
A beautiful university under the palms and pines of South Georgia.
Just above the Florida border.
Halfway between Atlanta and Orlando.
We are Valdosta State
University.
Outstanding academics, a showplace for the arts,
and the home of champions.
Vision,
success,
and you.
Prepare for your world
by coming to ours.
Building for our next century, Valdosta State University.
Back on VSU-TV, 2 minutes, 53 seconds, and about 38 yards out. Those are the numbers you need to know if you're a VSU fan, because a field goal right here by Michael Green could push the hand of Central Arkansas. The kick is up and it's blocked. Blocked by Central Arkansas, run on and dove by William Milton, and a huge block for the Bears of Central Arkansas. With 2:46 and no timeouts, they now have a chance to win this game.
Kind of a mid to high snap there on the field goal attempt. Bruce Cooper managed to put it down with enough time, but you get bit one time, VSU blocked the UCA field goal, now UCA blocked the VSU field goal. Injury update for the Black Swarm. Cornerback Antoine Harris has limped off the field, but he is not going to the locker room.
Antoine actually has moved to Rover in the last couple games. Now Everett Kitchens, a freshman, in during a crucial time. Snap nearly fumbled by Brown. This time he throws and it's out of bounds. Bernard George, another freshman, tried to pick that one off.
Brown's pass is incomplete. That brings
Excuse me, Bernard George is a junior from Blakely, Georgia. Transfer. 2 minutes, 40 seconds, clock stops. Blazers on top, 12-7. Farouz Farouz, the man to watch out for. Jason McNeil looks like he's lining up on him. Zone coverage once again for the Blazers. It's thrown, and Ben Fairs comes up with it. Fairs, whose mom is sitting right below us, and she's going crazy. Down to the 42. Clock will stop for the movement of the chains.
Look at the, see here, Nathan just delivers a clean hit, but then is drilled by Tim Thompson. But still enough time to deliver a good pass as we get back to the action here. 1st and 10.
Brown to throw. He's got a man. It's Che Jones. Gains about 2 yards and then walks out of bounds to stop the clock at 2:19.
Brice, even though covering the middle of the field is always important in any part of the game, right now the Blazers are going to have to do a much better job trying to keep the play in field. When you get out of bounds, it stops the clock. It allows time for UCA to make a play, to call a play.
No timeouts for Central Arkansas, and Nathan Brown, who's taken over for Chris Reel. 3 receivers to the far side, Farouz to the near side. Brown throwing. That one is caught by Ben Fairs inside the 40.
Antoine Harris is back in the game, and he almost had a chance to knock that one down or intercept it.
Blazers just sitting back in cover 2 zone coverage.
No pressure there by the Blazers. This allows Nathan plenty of time. As you see there, actually it wasn't Antoine Harris. It was one of our linebackers who almost got up high enough to tip it away. To see here, the couple of UCA fans who made the trip, very happy.
2 minutes, 2 seconds. Farouz with blockers. Farouz shakes off a tackle down to the 25. 1st down again for Central Arkansas, and they are moving the ball with ease.
It makes you wonder why they haven't been using no huddle the entire time. Look here, another example of a screen pass to Aaron Farouz. He hasn't been able to get as many deep balls as he wanted, but the Blazers seem to keep on biting on those screen plays. And with 1:50 left to go in the game, Brice, the Black Swarmer is going to have to come up huge.
Brown, complete. Not enough for the first. The clock will continue to tick, but it's on the 16-yard line.
Now that the Bears are within the 25-yard line, they can take their time, kind of wind this clock down, because with the way they've been going this drive, it does not look like the Blazers have been able to stop whatever they've thrown at them.
Into the game, big tight end Austin Cade. He's got 3 touchdowns. Also into the game, Darren Shaw, the fullback. They'll hand it off to Rogers. He'll try to bounce the outside. Tim Thompson will rumble him down. Loss on the play, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Clock now at 1 minute.
Tim Thompson manages to fight off his block. Almost a tackle in the backfield by Carlos Russell.
That would have been huge for the Blazer fans. 46 seconds. We'll see if they take a shot to the end zone. Brown, the throw, it is caught. And it's enough for the 1st down as Michael Nervell catches it. Clock stops at 38.7. VSU fans on their feet, cheering for this defense.
Spiked the ball.
Spiked ball, 35.1. It'll be 2nd and 10. You're obviously in 4-down territory. And it is 2nd and goal with 35.1 seconds.
Coach Andrews is calling his defense up. He wants to work with his defense. They've been doing a great job so far, and now they're asking for the crowd to get active in this game because this O-line.
I'll tell you what, they took forever to start the play clock right there. After a spiked ball, the play clock should have been started. It's almost like a second timeout. They were able to huddle up. Now in motion, Fairs. Brown throws, complete. Fairs goes down at the 5. Clock continues to click. We'll see if they spike it here. But it's 3rd down already. 20 seconds. Flag on the play. Could be a false start. Even if it's a false start, the clock should run as soon as they start the ball off. 18 seconds. That'll send them back 5 yards. Ball spotted on the 10. 18 seconds in this one.
Brice.
Down to the wire we go.
Aaron Farouz 2 words. That's all I've got to say.
Scott Foss matched up on him right now. 15, 14. It's third down, throws, picked off, intercepted Sean Harris. A huge interception for the sophomore. He's going to be down at the 9-yard line, but with 9.3 seconds left, Sean Harris lays out and sticks it to the Central Arkansas Bears.
They are going to be crying all the way home to Conway, Arkansas. Look at this. He read it all the way, and he stepped right in front of Che Jones. If he's not the player of the game, I don't know who should be.
Sean Harris, an absolutely splendid interception to save the Blazers. The defense, once again, that bend don't break, and number 19, flamed red and black, comes through.
All it's going to take now, Brice, nail it down and get a crucial Gulf South Conference win. There it is.
So Barrett Wilkes takes a knee, 5, 4, 3, down to 2 in 1 second. The buzzer will sound. Valdosta State has held on, a 12-7 victory. Unbelievable, huge game for the Gulf South Conference, defending champions and the national champions. They hand Central Arkansas their first conference loss. That's it for everybody here at VSU-TV. It doesn't get any better than that.